Peace, peace, peace. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. For those of you who don't know, it's your boy Vixen Hope. And I just had to make this live real quick, man. I be trying to chill sometimes, man. I be trying to take my foot off the gas pedal. But sometimes people, I just be running across like stupid content. And then then sometimes people be commenting, leaving some type of comment on my, I like the conversation. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Hannah? I love the conversation. I definitely do love the dialogue. But sometimes people come from a place where they just don't make sense. They just don't make no sense. And before I get started, I'm not trying to come from a place where I'm trying to attack nobody. I ain't trying to get crazy with nobody. I'm just trying to share my thoughts, man. That's what we doing anyway, right? On the internet, we sharing our thoughts. So I'm gonna share these video clips. I got like 2 video clips to share with y'all, real quick. And then we're gonna have a conversation, cause some of these some of these sisters are crazy, man. Some of these sisters are crazy out here. So I'm gonna have to play some of these video clips, cause some of these sisters just talking crazy. So let me play some of this video clips, and y'all let me know what y'all think, and we're gonna have a conversation. Let me play these video clips real quick, because people love saying stupid stuff on the internet. All right, what's the first video? So boom, this is the first video right here.
Accelerated degrees, graduate degrees, doctorate degrees, they're starting businesses. Black women are running circles around men.
Right.
And it's also shown in research that women want to marry on their same level of financial and educational status.
Yeah.
So if you're a Black woman making $150,000 a year with a master's degree, you tend to want to marry a Black man on that same level or higher. If Black women are excelling at such an accelerated rate, how do men keep up with that?
Okay, first and foremost, she's right. But here's the thing about money that she may not have got to get to. You can always lose money. One thing you can't lose is your character. Have you seen this man without the money? You did all this positioning yourself to get a man with money. Now you don't know how to help him get it back, and that's all that's left to keep you there. Also remember, when a man knows you're in it for the money, you become either a product or an investment. Which one depends on you. But, I'm just a man. What do I know?
I really didn't care much about what he said. You know what I'm saying? It was just so much more what she said. First of all, it's only a certain percentage of Black women who make 6 figures, right? Like, so for her to try to come in a sense of that Black woman overall, or the average Black woman is making that much money, that's not even true, right? That's one. Two, there's also a statistic that shows that the more money a woman makes, the more likely she is to be alone and single and not get married and some of those things. So we have to pay attention to what might be the correlation. But I don't really care about what he got to say. But let me just let me just gather my thoughts. Let me play this video one more time before I go to the next video, because this stuff is just crazy. Let me play it one more time for y'all.
Accelerated degrees, graduate degrees, doctorate degrees, they're starting businesses. Black women are running circles around men.
Right.
And it's also shown in research that women want to marry on their same level of financial and educational status.
Yeah.
So if you're a Black woman making $150,000 a year with a master's degree, you tend to want to marry a Black man on that same level or higher. If Black women are excelling at such an accelerated rate, how do men keep up with that?
Okay, first and foremost.
See, the funny thing is, what they don't really tell you is a lot of these women that be talking like that, they usually end up with just a cat, a dog, and a lot of toys, right? Like a lot of times, and this is statistically proven. Again, you don't got to believe the stats, but I'm just saying she mentioned stats. So if we're going to go by stats, a lot of those women who make a certain type of money, they don't really get married, or they end up single. Why is that? Now, based on just the conversation that she's having and the way she's addressing it, is based on the mindset. The moment certain people start to make a lot of money, men do this too sometimes, right? But the thing is that men are more so used to making more money, because for the most part, they always been the breadwinner and the provider. So in these new ages, right, when the women are starting to make money now, and in some cases, some women might make more money than men, it really goes to their head. It's just like some guys that never had money, when they get money, it goes to their head. They don't know how to act. They start acting funny, right? So it's funny, she mentioned business and she mentioned a lot of, monetary things. But if you really, for example, women are always talking about how men are supposed to be the providers and maintainers and protectors, etc. That is a traditional man. Notice how this woman, all the things that she mentioned are not traditionally geared towards women, right? Because a traditional woman is usually a woman who is nurturing. She's a caretaker. She's soft. She cooks. She cleans. She does these things. This is the roles of a traditional woman. Here is a woman not talking about any of the traditional roles. She's clearly talking about, again, degrees, starting businesses, etc., money, monetary things. So how is a relationship supposed to work with a woman that does not even, she probably doesn't even, I don't know what else was said in the video, but just from that clip, how is a man supposed to make a relationship work with a woman who is not even talking about her attributes, or how she's supposed, or her traditional roles, right? But you want a traditional man. So I just wanted to say that relationships are about balance, right? If the man is doing certain thing, the woman got to be doing something differently. And based on one of the comments that I got, this sister basically said, and again, this doesn't apply to all sisters, but this sister basically said that she basically said women can't be out there trying to be independent and doing their own thing and be nurturing and feminine at the same time. So it's almost like sisters are sacrificing their roles in the name of being independent and chasing education. And that's cool. It's nothing wrong with you getting education. It's nothing wrong with you getting a job and making your own money. The problem is what you tell yourself in your mind psychologically once you start making this money. This is why I always ask women, do you need a man? Like if I'm courting a woman, I'm gonna ask her, do you need a man? Do you think you need a man? And the moment a woman tells me she don't need a man, I'm out of there. I'm going, pew, because you can't, as a man, what are you gonna do with a woman that says to you she doesn't need a man? And a lot of these sisters, when they start making a certain amount of money, they start feeling like that. And so, for example, she said, if a woman has everything that she needs financially, right? Think about this. She's saying they typically tend to want a man who makes the same amount of money or more than them. So why do you necessarily need that? Hold on, let me see some of these comments. So definitely. So if for example, if a woman, she's taken care of, she basically makes enough money to take care of herself, she got everything down packed. Why do you need a man? Why do you need a man to make more money than you? Think about it. Let's just let that sink in. Why do you need a man? Now I understand you might not want a broke man because you don't want to take care of a man. I get that. But what is so big about having a man who makes more money than you if you already have money to take care of yourself? Doesn't make no logical sense. But let me go into another video real quick. Let me share this other clip. Let me share another clip real quick.
What's going on? What's going on? Okay, you guys have asked me to respond to the notion that there are not enough fit black men. I don't need to respond. Go to blackdemographics.com. The facts are all there. The bottom line is 9% of black women earn more than $75,000 a year. So I don't care where your degrees or whatever, it comes into the outcomes. 54% of black men are single and childless, 61% in the middle class, 2.5 million black men in the upper class. Black men are doing just fine. We don't have enough fit candidates to be wise, according to the black men that you say that don't exist, what they want from a mate. You can have your feelings, but the facts, data, statistics don't line up with what you are saying. But I challenge you to prove me wrong. Let's debate it on the facts. Peace.
Y'all can look up the facts too. I always tell people look these things up Because see, one thing I realize is people only want to use stats when they are beneficial to them. People love using the stats when they're beneficial to them. And a lot of people don't like Kevin Samuels. And I made a little post making a little joke, but he be saying a lot of truthful things. So the thing is this. Let me play. Look, the thing is this. Let me see the comments real quick. Expanding wealth together. Yeah, expanding wealth together. I understand that, but to create wealth, you don't necessarily need a lot of money. If that makes sense, you just got to know what to do with your money. In reality, think about this. You could have 100, regardless of what. A single household is generally going to make less money than a two-parent household. That's just the bottom line, right? That's the facts. So when some of these sisters say I could do it on my own, it's like, okay, cool. You can do it on your own. So do it on your own. You know what I'm saying? And don't complain about it. It is what it is. But even if you got somebody who didn't make the same amount as you, or made, maybe a little less than you, it's still more money that y'all can use together to build something than what you have by yourself, if that makes sense. I just think it's the mindset. It's the mindset that some people adapt the moment they start making money. So, and I think that I think sisters need to look at the stats. They need to really look. I think that they're only looking at like whatever stats they're looking at. I don't know where they're getting the stats from, but you need to also look at like why a lot of successful women it's hard for them to marry, right? And on one hand, they might say, oh, it's because men become insecure because a woman make more money than them. That could be true. I think in some cases, yes, some men are insecure, but in other cases, I feel like women adapt a certain mindset that they feel like I'm deserving of more. I need more. When in reality, all you really need is somebody that has good character, good morals, and treats you good. And I think because we so in today's time, we're so caught up thinking about money. Like everything we think about is money, more so our sisters than the guys, because the guy is more prone to take in a broke chick than the woman taking a broke guy, right? Let's just be real. That's just the society. That's just the times that we are living in. The man, because for the most part, the man he always had to do that, right? He always had to take in some chick because a lot of times women probably wasn't working, right? So he had to be the provider, protector, and maintainer, right? In a time where like women probably wasn't working. And, for black people, black women always have to work for the most part. So yeah, for the most part, men have always taken this role and responsibility. So it's regular to them. But what you're starting to see is certain men changing the narrative, right? They're like, well, if you're making money now, nah, like you got to contribute some bread. Like I don't care if we're going 50-50, 60-40, 70-30. A lot of men are coming out the woodworks. I call them the modern day men, right? Just like we got a modern day women. And there's men are coming out and saying like, nah, you're not going to just be sitting at home. Like, and if you are working, why can't you contribute to like our lifestyle together, right? Like some men are looking at it like, well, if I'm paying for everything, what are you doing with your money? So I think those are valid questions to ask. I think if a woman is not just sitting at home taking care of the kids and homeschooling, then she should work. That's just me, right? So I'm going to do what works for me. Other people are going to do what works for them, and that's fine. So I just think that it's a lot of things that goes into it. I think also, if you look at the least desirable people to date, black women come up and Asian men, right? It would have been probably black women and black men, but black men are sexualized, you know what I'm saying? A little more than black women, right? So this gives a black man a slight edge. But I think a lot of times I tell the sisters, and it's not an attack. I'm just saying like, sometimes you gotta think about like why are you the least desirable to date? And it's not all solely on them. It's some of it is racial, but sometimes it might be you. It might be something that you're doing. And I think like this sister, she's bragging about degrees and businesses and stuff, money. She's bragging about money. And a lot of men, they don't really care about some men. A man that is secure himself and he know what he wants or whatever, a man, a leader, he doesn't really care about your degrees and stuff. It's cool that you got money. It's cool that you educated, but that's not the main thing that some of these dudes are looking for. They still want to know, can you cook? Can you rear a household? Can you take care of kids? Are you nurturing? Are you caring? Do you listen? Can you have a conversation? Like these are some of the things that some of these brothers are looking for. But the first thing that some of these sisters are leading with is, I got 5 degrees. You know what I'm saying? I got a business. It's just like the men. Think about it. When the men had to do all of these things just to keep the money flowing, he's rarely in the house. He's rarely home to take care of his kids. So now a lot of times in society, what I tend to see is that the sisters are more focused on competing with the man than actually sticking to their role. And then what that is doing is, well, if the woman, she's used to playing this role because she had to for some point, right? So she's used to playing this role. The man's trying to like play his role, and it's a clash, it's a competition. So I'm not gonna go long-winded because this is not like a topic that I'm just gonna sit here and bash it. Money is the root of all evil as well. I agree. What's good? What's good? I don't like Kevin Sean. Yeah, he be saying some truthful stuff, man. He be saying some truthful stuff. I don't knock the man. Kevin Samuels definitely. Truth could come from anybody. That's just how I feel. Anybody could tell the truth. Yeah, it's the love of money, definitely. Common sense is imperative. Quote the law. Yeah, hey Ash. Yeah, competition is prevalent. So I think that's what it is, right? I think like men and women are competing, and I think relationships are about balance. I tell people this all the time. It's about balance. It's about balance, balance, balance. If the man and the woman are behaving the same way, like there's no balance. If the woman is as equally aggressive as the man, or the man is as sensitive as the woman, that's no balance. The relationship is not gonna work. And this is why when I tell people about same-sex relationships, it's not that I'm anti whatever, it's that that's not balance. If you really look at the stats, in same-sex relationships, you tend to see more domestic, you tend to see more domestic violence. Because if I'm a man that dates a man, I'm not gonna overlook certain things you do because I'm looking at you like you're a man, you could get punched in your face. Whether vice versa, like if I was dating a woman and a woman do certain things, I might not be so quick to punch you in the face because I know that you're a woman and I know that I'm stronger than you and I know that I can overpower you. So it's gonna be a different type of dynamic. It's just like the same thing with woman on woman. When a woman is dealing with another woman, they're quick to get into a fight. They quick to fight because they both women. Right? So this is the things that also people don't look at it. So at the end of the day, there's no balance in those relationships either. Right? So back to balance. I think people are just looking at the money. Money comes and goes at the end of the day. You know, Allah says this in the Quran, right? Marriage, he speaks about marriage, and then he says, and if they are poor, then Allah will enrich them, right? Like, don't prevent somebody just based on money from getting married, because the importance is to get married, to build a cohesive environment and household, right? People need to recognize. Yeah, definitely. People don't realize that it takes work. They just think it's money. Some people will spend their whole lives chasing money, right? Like they won't get into a relationship, they won't get married, they won't get whatever they need to do because they're so focused. And there's nothing wrong with chasing your dreams, but I just think we are living in times where people are just money hungry, and we are not, a lot of times people are not putting, that's why I say character is the most important thing. If the person that you're talking to or dealing with does not have character, adequate character, then what are you doing? If they don't got morals, if they don't got certain principles, these are the things that people should be looking for. Again, I don't want to tell people what they should do, but these are the things that people should be looking for. The first things that you should be looking for is character, morals, principles. Then you look at, okay, how cute she is. I mean, of course, that's one of the first things we notice, right? Beauty. But we should really be thinking about character. What is the character of this person? Because the character of that person is what's going to raise your kids, right? If you got to live with this person, if you got to build with this person, like people would just be thinking about money. Like you could literally come into a relationship. It definitely is. Exactly. And I'll be trying to tell people be so focused on money, right? And not principle and character. And you could get with a person that has money and they could steal your money. They could get with you and do some foul stuff. Y'all could get into a business. You could get into a business with a person. Definitely. You could get into a business with a person, and that person could do some shady stuff because they don't have the adequate character, because they don't have the adequate morals, because they don't have the adequate principles, and that person could do you dirty, and that person could do you filthy. I know people, I don't heard stories of people who got people fired from their good jobs. I don't heard stories of people who have tainted the image of certain people, right? Because they didn't have good characters and good morals. So we need to be a little more mindful with the people that we choose. We need to be mindful and realize that, like, you can have money, but money doesn't build character. Character is just something that I think a lot of times integrity, character, morality, that's just certain things that you get from a child. I think at some point in life, if you didn't get some of those things early on in your life, you're not really going to get them at a certain point in your life. So I think we need to, I was just sharing that. I was just sharing the video. Sometimes it comes off. Sometimes some people are, me and Khadija was just talking about this, that sometimes it's hard to kind of like give advice to people because people are always defensive. Actually, we was just talking about this. We was just talking about this the other day, how it's hard to kind of like give advice and kind of like show people what they might be lacking, or where some of the issues might lie, because they get offended, they feel defensive, they start to deflect, they feel like you're just attacking, they feel like, and I'll tell people this all the time. Like I was telling Khadija in the comments, I was saying, look, at the end of the day, it doesn't bother me, because at the end of the day, I know there are great women out here that don't think like that they understand and they see the bigger picture. I was telling a sister, there's plenty of women that I know who have money, who are doing good for themselves, and they're still nurturing, and they're still caretaking, and they are still feminine. And I think that we need to, some of our sisters need to gravitate from that mindset of like, well, I can't be a go-getter and still be feminine. Well, I can't be a go-getter and still be nurturing. Well, I can't be educated, I can't be independent and still have my womanly qualities, right? Because I think it's still expected of man, right? Like if a man could still do those things, and you still kind of like expect them to have emotional intelligence, or you still kind of like expect them to not be so harsh with you all the time, if you still kind of like have that expectancy of like, yeah, you can make money and go to school and do certain things and still be a certain way, then yeah, some of our sisters got to do better. You got to do better too. You don't have to be at home cooking all the time, but do you need to know how to cook? Yeah. Yeah, we're not trying to hear you were so busy going to school that you didn't learn how to cook. No, we don't want to hear that. Cooking is a survival skill. My mother raised me like that. You're a man, but you're gonna cook too, because it's a survival skill. I need you to be able to survive. And I think that is the overall objective of parents when they are raising their kids. You need to be able to survive. Otherwise, if your parents didn't raise you in a way to be able to survive, then they kind of like failed you as parents. Make sure y'all like the video so it can circulate so other people can see it. What up, big bro? Man. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. People can't handle constructive criticism. That's a fact. A lot of people, peace. A lot of people can't take accountability, and we can't handle criticism. And criticism is just something, like I said, a basketball coach looking from the outside in can be able to tell you certain things that you're doing wrong in the game, because he sees from a different angle that you don't see. And I think those people are important to our lives, because they can teach us a lot only if we're able to listen. So that's all. Sometimes I love a woman who can advise me. I love a woman who could tell me, like, you know what, you're a little too strong sometimes, you're a little harsh. Because to me, I might not see that I'm a little harsh, or that I'm a little stern, or that I should talk a certain way. I can't see it sometimes. So sometimes sometimes brothers not going to tell me that, because brothers communicate in the same way, in the same sense. So when a sister pulls me to the side and she said, you know what, sometimes maybe you should take this approach. Sometimes maybe you need to say things in a little softer tone. Sometimes you need to, maybe go this way, go this route, and say it in this way. I take heed, because at the end of the day, she's that basketball coach in that moment, and she's telling me from an outside perspective certain things that might help me in my craft and as an influencer, right? Not just as an influencer, but also to give advice. So I think we all could benefit from each other and having these conversations with one another. That's just my thoughts. But some people are just they're gonna treat it as an attack. They're gonna automatically brush you off. They're gonna automatically say you're attacking them. They're gonna automatically say, and they're not gonna change. And I think it's so sad because I think generally in society, men are more comfortable with being alone and dying alone than women are. And I think it's sad. It's sad because some of these sisters, the way that they think and they inability to really see what life is really about or what it should be about, it's gonna hurt them in the long run. And a lot of times, some of these sisters, I was in Clubhouse one time and we was watching a video. I used to kind of like do call-ins, bro, but somebody messed it up for everybody. I'm sorry. Mental health is definitely the best wealth. I used to do call-ins and let people come and talk, but somebody tried to porn bomb my stuff, and it was over, man. The first time I tried to do it, so I'm traumatized. I'm not even gonna hold you. I love having the conversations and the dialogues with different people. But I tried to like do the call-ins one time, and somebody came on my screen and tried to put porn. And you know, when you do that, YouTube gives you a strike. So somebody tried to porn bomb my stuff, and you know, after that, like I can't really, you know, it's nothing personal, nothing against individuals. It's just that it's be a lot of people on the internet just trying to disrupt and destroy good content and good conversations and good dialogues for no reason. People literally be hopping around from live to live, because they did this to another dude that I did an interview with. He was interviewing me and they did the same thing to him. So it'd be literally trolls on the internet just jumping around from live to live, just trying to porn bomb people's stuff. So it's definitely, it's crazy out here in the YouTube streets. It's definitely crazy on the YouTube streets. Yeah, I feel you, Shane. I definitely be on Clubhouse. I know you got something to say. I'm sorry though, man. I'm traumatized. I'm scared, man. So I get how that trauma works for some people. I get it why some of our sisters are traumatized. You know, I get it why some of our brothers is traumatized. I'm traumatized too. You know what I'm saying? I try to do some nice, help the people, and the people got on my joint and try to put some porn on my joint. But definitely, Khadija, speak twice, listen once. But it's hard. It's very hard. It's very hard for us to do. Sometimes it's hard for me to listen. Sometimes people be, I'm not going to front. You know, our trauma get in the way a lot of times. But I just think if we're going to get this thing together, if we're going to get this thing right, we have to listen to each other. You know, I want to be listened to. I want to be heard. Make sure y'all like the video circulate. I said I wasn't going to go long. I feel like I'm already long. It's 27 minutes. But yeah, some of the people just came in. Unsolicited nudes. It's crazy. Definitely crazy. They definitely unsolicited porn bomb my joint. And it's crazy because I don't be sitting here trying to beef with nobody. I don't be sitting here trying to, you know, come at people. I just be trying to have a good conversation and have real all right, bro. All right, so hold on. Let me see something. I don't even know how to do the link, man. I don't even know how to do the link stuff. Hold on, let me see some. I typically, I'm a man and I like to hear from the sisters. You know, I like to have the women come up and share. Look, I don't even know how to share the stuff, bro. To be honest, I don't even know how to share the it's crazy. I don't even know how to share the link, bro. It's crazy. I'm an amateur at this. Yeah, but hold on real quick. See, it's crazy, bro. That's how crazy it is. I don't even know, but I'm gonna share the video one more time with y'all because it's crazy.
Accelerated degrees, graduate degrees, doctorate degrees. They're starting businesses. Black women are running circles around men.
Right.
And it's also shown in research that women want to marry on their same level of financial and educational status.
Yeah.
So if you're a black woman making $150,000 a year with a master's degree, you tend to want to marry a black man on that same level or higher. If black women are excelling at such an accelerated rate, how do men keep up with that?
Okay, first and foremost, she's right. But here's the thing about money that she may not have got to get to. You can always lose money. One thing you can't lose is your character. Have you seen this man without the money? You did all this positioning yourself to get a man with money. Now you don't know how to help him get it back, and that's all that's left to keep you there. Also remember, when a man knows you're in it for the money, you become either a product or an investment. Which one depends on you. But you know, I'm just a man. What do I know?
Ashley said she want a house husband, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Shoot, I want to be a house hubby too. Shoot. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about? I'm saying, I'm like that. I'm like, what these women complaining about, man? I sit at home all day, eat snacks, and clean up here and there. Ain't that much cleaning in the world. You know what I'm saying? Let me just say that. Ain't that much cleaning in the world. You know what I'm saying? Changing diapers, chasing kids around. Man, it sounded like they had a sweet deal. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. Some of y'all sisters is messing it up. That sounded like a sweet deal to me. Your man come home, give you the check. You know what I'm saying? You pay the bills. You decide what to do with it. You know what I'm saying? You get an allowance and just chill in the crib. Shoot. I stay at home all day. They wildin'. Okay, I can't even see your video, bro. See, this I got caught last time, Rain. It says Rain. You know what I'm saying? I gotta see some face or something, man. You gotta show some. You know what I'm saying? That's how I got caught last time. I just clicked. I could let you up here. You know what I'm saying? I gotta see your face, man. You know what I mean? Because you know when you can't see people's face, that's when they get you. It said Rain though. I know his name's on the screen. It said Rain. So I'm just saying. It said Rain just now. So yeah, he said putting your channel on the line for Shane. I mean, look, man. Look, what the you? She said you nice. I mean, I be trying to, I be trying to have a dialogue with the people. You know what I'm saying? You right, Ash. You know what I'm saying? I might, you know what I mean? I might have to go look for Shane. Yo, Shane, where you from? You know what I'm saying? I might. Yeah, fact. Look. I'm just saying. I don't think it's that much cleaning to do. Like, I be thinking about it. Like, look. I be thinking about it. I mean, I'm a little kind sometimes because at one point in my life I wasn't this kind. So I be trying to balance my life out, man. I be trying to balance my life out. But at one point in my life I wasn't so kind, and I'm still not that kind and trusty. But I be trying to, this is part of the work. When you traumatize, when your people, he said, I'm in Baltimore. I've been to Baltimore too, man. You know what I'm saying? I know my ways around, brother. I know my ways around. Yo, Shane, what happened? Why you left? You didn't want to talk? You see, when people be having that guilty, that guilt, they be leaving. They be. I was trying to see what you had to say, Shane. The people sitting here waiting. Yeah, Khadijah, I be trying to break away from that trauma. I be trying to break away from that trauma. But sometimes it's kind of hard. People make it hard, but I be trying to. I be trying to let people come on. I be like, yo, speak your piece. I'll tap in, bro. Give me a sec. All right, man. Yo, don't porn bomb my stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? Cause hold on, let me see your picture real quick. You know what I'm saying? Cause I've been out there in the harbor, man. You know what I'm saying? I've been out there, man. I did some work at Loyola University. You know what I'm saying? So, and I walked around. Sometimes I just wander off. That's just what I do. Sometimes when I travel, I walk around. You know what I'm saying? So don't have me come to Baltimore, man, because you're trying to porn bomb my stuff. But yeah, I think when we talk about stats, I think it's important to get into the yeah, man, they scar me, man. Like, I mean, I'm old, but I'm young for the situation. Yeah, I be just walking. It's crazy. I was just in Baltimore walking, and as I'm walking, people was breaking into a car. Like, it was just crazy, man. Like, they crazy out there in Baltimore, man. They downtown ain't like somebody. If you thinking downtown gonna be sweet and lovely and safe, trust me, it's not like you think it is. It's not like these other cities. I was just walking around. People were doing stuff, committing crimes. There was people fighting, acting crazy. Like, but one thing I will say is Baltimore is like a relatively black city. And I like going to black cities, even though black cities tend to be a little, little impoverished, little gangster, ghetto, and dangerous. But I love being around black folks. I love, like, when I go to black places, I'm always on Black Love. When I pulled up in LA, Like, you know, it was just mad love. Like, people was just talking to us. People was just embracing us. Like, sure, I had a dude show me a gun. Like, I don't know why he showed me a gun, but I guess he felt comfortable doing that. Like, he was like, yeah, man, we be out here, whatever, whatever, whatever. He just, you know what I'm saying? He was like, yeah, look, we strapped, man. We don't care about no police. He just was going crazy. Like, I was just like, okay, all right, all right, all right, gangster. I see you. You know, when I pulled up to Baltimore, I was talking to some brothers, some black Israelites over there, at the harbor. It was a cool vibe, you know. When I go to Detroit, you know, I link up. Now, I ain't that dangerous, man. When I went to Detroit, it was the same thing, right? Like, I was vibing with the people out there, you know. I always leave my group, whoever I go with. A lot of times I travel by myself, but I always veer off, and I always, you know, I love to be where the people at. And a lot of times the people are not in the downtown area. Like, a lot of times they not in those main spots, right? You're gonna have to go. This brother need like 10 minutes, man. Shout out to Detroit, man. Shout out to Motor City, man. I need to go back out there. But yeah, a lot of times when I go to these places, when I've been like Detroit, when I've been to like LA, when I've been to Baltimore, I always was kicking it with the black folks, right? Like, I always was talking to them. Solo traveling is definitely dope. I don't know if we can. Yeah, he said 5. What you doing, man? You getting cute, man? You brushing your hair? You laying down the moose? Like, what's going on, brother? Like, what you doing over there? Yo, make sure y'all like the video so it can circulate. I think that I should be talking about some Quran, man. You know what I'm saying? This is the last 10 nights of Ramadan, Laylatul Qadr. Y'all might not know about the night of power, the night of decrees. But it's definitely important. Some of the brothers are right now in the masjid. You know, they sleep over at the masjid during this time. So it's definitely important, man. I could be doing better things. But this is an important conversation too. I haven't even really ate like that. All I ate was some dates, drank some water. What else did I have? Yeah, I ain't really have much. I had an Ensure. You know, I'll be cheap. I drink an Ensure real quick. But yeah, I love when I go to these cities, man. I love being around black folks, and I love building with my people. And I know a lot of people are we scared of each other. I'm not even gonna hold you. Like, and I get it because we see what's happening to our people in our communities, right, in our inner cities. So it makes sense. You know, when I went to Minnesota, for example, somebody got killed. Somebody got killed at the George Floyd Memorial, and I was there. Like, I was literally just minding my business, vlogging, recording, and then dudes hop out of a truck, killed some dude right there, right in front of my eyes. And I was like, damn. Like, it's just like, even when you trying to just, like, I'm just like, damn, this is supposed to be a peace memorial, right, for a man that got killed by police. Like, people are paying their respects, people are recording, and it's just like, even when you're doing that, you know, somebody got killed, right, like in front of me. So it's I get it. I get why people are afraid to go to the hood, because, you know, George Floyd got killed in the hood. Like, that's like 38th in Chicago. You know, for those of y'all who, you know, been in Minnesota and been out there, like, that's the hood, right? So it's like, it's tough. Like, it's tough when you see that, right? And I witnessed that, and that, like, I'm not gonna front. That was my last time in the hood, right? That was like my last time. Like, I was just like, you know, before that, I've been to Detroit and I've been to other places, and, you know, I seen sketchy stuff, but I was just like, and the way that it happened, and it's like, it looked like they seen me recording, and then they bust a U-turn, came my way, and then they pulled up like right next to me, and then other people started shooting at them, so they drove off. I just felt like it was a crazy situation. I ain't know where to go. I had boots on. It was just a crazy situation to be in, you know, as a vlogger. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got no bulletproof vest on like some of these reporters. They be going to the crazy areas, and I ain't equipped for all of that. You know what I'm saying? I should have had some running shoes on, but I didn't. So it was crazy. Like, it was a crazy experience. And after that, I'm just like, yeah, it just made me think twice about my little vlogging stuff, right? Like, it makes you think about, like, maybe I shouldn't be going to the hood so freely, or at least I should be with certain people. Yeah, me and the boots, man. You know, I'm a New Yorker, man. We love our constructs, you know. So it was cold. It was cold in Minnesota, man. So, you know, you have to have your boots on. You know, when I went to Philly, Philly is a little crazy too. I was just like, Philly, I ain't really go to the hood. See, but I went to Philly. You know what's crazy? I went to Philly before Minnesota. So but yeah, Philly is another place where it get crazy in the hood, and it's like you don't really some of these places you don't really want to go certain places. Like it's just like I know a lot of people want to just be in the hoods and just yeah, you got to stay hyper vigilant. Definitely, I know sometimes we want to go to the hoods just to say we did it. A lot of black people take pride in just going to the hood to say they did it, right? But yo, it's not pretty, man. Like people be getting killed. People be getting killed, people be getting shot. Like when I went to LA, my homegirl, you know, she gave us a little tour. She was from Inglewood. I was in Crenshaw, you know, I had to go see the Nipsey Memorial or whatever. But then I was just chilling, like I was just vibing, like we was just out, like that's just what I do. Like I'm able to talk to people, like I don't be afraid, like you know. But she was afraid because she's from out there, so she knows how ruthless the gangs are. And she was just trying to like, she was like, yo, like let's go. And she's from Inglewood, and the area that she's relatively from is a blood area. So, and according to her, the Crips are ruthless in LA, right? So, to her, to me, coming from New York, the Bloods are ruthless in New York, right? They the ones that be doing a lot of unnecessary stuff. Growing up, that's how it was, right? They was the ones that had the bigger numbers, so they was the ones that started a lot of problems. They was the ones that was doing stuff to neutral people. They was the ones that was causing a lot of havoc in New York. It's a relatively blood state. But in LA, she was telling me, nah, in LA, the Crips are the ones that are doing all of that. Okay, I see the brother Sugar Shane ready. Okay, he bearded up too. He got a beard and a cap. Oh, he ready for y'all. Oh, y'all still, the sisters are still here. All right, okay, I'm about to click on, I'm about to add you to the stream. Okay, okay, brother.
What I'm live 215?
Yeah, you live, man. You live, man. You live from Baltimore.
Okay, from the 410. But nah, I ain't even want to come over here and step on nobody's toes. But nah, I do like what you preach, and I like your message and your verbiage. So you know, I've been watching you for a couple years, so like I've definitely tapped into like the jail culture. Never been locked up before in my life, right?
Okay,
But
okay.
what a lot of the guys that speak what happened in prison, it kept me deterred. And I got a little brother that we did our little things, nothing too crazy, but it's kept us out of trouble. So I definitely I overstand, I respect what you say. So that's first and foremost. Now I never seen you go live, so when I was scrolling through my little live feed, I'm like, oh, Vic on? What? Let's have this conversation. So that's
I
where I'm at
appreciate
right
it.
now. I wasn't trying to hide do nothing weird. I ain't think I was on no creep shit, you feel me?
Yeah. I appreciate it, bro. I'll be trying to let people come through and you know speak their mind about some of the topics and talk. But I, you know, like the first time I tried to do it, bro, this dude just literally came with the porn bomb, bro, and I was just like, see, you mess. But I shouldn't do that because in prison they used to do that a lot. They used to have this thing. I don't know if you watched the video when I said Peter pay for Paul. So that's really like a thing in prison where like one person do something and then like everybody get burned, and then sometimes that's not fair, and a lot of times we didn't really like that, but that's why a lot of dudes got beat up a lot of times because you know people just don't want to, like, you know, like if somebody came in the house and they're misbehaving or they're doing certain things, people already know that the police gonna penalize everybody for like the issues that one person do. So a lot of dudes used to get beat up. Like if you came in the house and you was rowdy or you was disrespectful, dudes used to say like, yo, bro, chill out with all of that because we ain't trying to get the TVs taken or we ain't trying to, like, you know, go through certain things. So I shouldn't do that. But yeah, you wanted to talk towards the topic.
Yeah. So let me just jump back on that. What was the topic like exactly? Because I mean, I seen the little headline, "Delusion is the death of you." So like, what do you mean, like going into depth about that?
So more so I was speaking about the video. I was speaking about how when we talk about relationships, a lot of sisters come on, a lot of sisters, right, that now that they're making money,
Right.
and doing certain things, they feel like I don't need a guy, I don't need a man, or because I'm doing whatever I have to do for myself. And I think a lot of times it comes from a place where they're only looking at men like money, right? Like when they're looking at men, they're just looking at men from the like they have reduced manhood to just how much money you make, even though manhood has a whole bunch of other attributes connected to it.
Yeah. Yes.
So at one point in time, money wasn't the main thing, right? When money wasn't a thing, how did you dictate what was a real man, right? It was physical attributes. You usually looked at how strong he was. You looked at, can he lead? Can he hunt? You looked at, can he build a house for me? You looked at physical things that could be done. You didn't really look at paper monetary things, right? So now in today's society, I think because a lot of times men are doing less strenuous work or whatever the case might be, right? A lot of men are working in offices now. The dynamics have changed, but I think a lot of women are just looking at manhood like how much money you make. So I think when a lot of our sisters think like that, when the moment they start making money or they're making good money and they could pay for their own stuff, they're looking at it like, well, I don't need you, right? And they leaving out the fact that you still can't really protect yourself from an attack. Like even if you get a gun, like even if you do certain things, you don't have that instinct that a man has, like that killer instinct. You know what I'm talking about? Like, it's a certain instinct that a man has over a woman, right? That's why we created biologically differently. Even we think differently, right? So the protector part, right? Like the leadership part, like just the builder part, like it's a lot of different things that a man could bring that I feel like our sisters are neglecting. So that's what I meant by like a lot of this stuff is built in delusion when you're just trying to think that, oh, as long as I got my money, I'm good. I don't need a man. When there's so much other things that a man brings. And I think that mindset is one of the reasons why they say in stats that women that make a lot of money or successful women tend to be alone and have a hard time dating or finding a spouse.
Nah, and you 100% right, bro. I'll tell you what's so crazy about that. So you live in New York still?
Yeah, I'm still in New York.
So I mean, like you brush shoulders with most people because I'm in Baltimore. Yeah, we got like a high population of people, but like we nowhere near New York. So what I'll say is I grew up with a single mom, and most majority of black men probably they grew up with a single parent, typically the mother. And what I've realized is the way my mom raised me compared to my sister. I had a sister growing up. She taught her to be a little bit more disagreeable, right? And I think that comes with just maybe her trauma through her husband. So my pops, he wasn't, I guess, what she preferred. So she kind of trickled it onto me. So she taught my sister, like, hey, look, if the dude not doing X, Y, and Z and he can't bring X, Y, and Z to the forefront, don't deal with him. But that's not conducive to a relationship dynamic. Reason being is women are supposed to follow, not necessarily lead. So now with this new feminist movement, we have majority of black women who subscribe to it because they can identify with it. Why is that? Because most men, black men particularly, are stripped of their dominancy. So a black man, okay, well, if you try to make money, the alternative way, whether it is selling drugs, well, we're gonna give you football numbers, or if you a black man, we're not gonna pay you as well or as graciously. So that's gonna convert a black man to sell drugs, which means he's probably gonna be arrested and doing football number years and taking out the household. That's gonna force the mom or the female to be more dominant, and that's gonna now trickle into the child. So I don't have a dad, but I just see my mom being independent. I see her being more emotionally reactive and more feminine. So now I'm going to receive the traits from how I was raised from my mom. And now, if I'm a male or a female, it's going to turn me to neglect the opposite sex, especially if it's a girl. So if a girl meets a guy, typically, oh, well, you're not a Drake. You're not a Chris Brown. You can't buy your own private island. So that's not enough. And going back to your point of what you just said, you said something along the lines of the more educated a woman is, the less desirable she is. I agree. Why is that? Because typically, the more money she makes, the more disagreeable she is. She's brushing shoulders with tycoons, with bigwigs, with guys who make millions of dollars a year. You can't go into a room being docile. You have to be a shark. I'm still in a place where, like,
but I wanted to add to what you said before I lose my thought, right?
Yeah.
Another thing I would add to that is, like, let's be real. Some of these dudes ain't doing what they supposed to do, right? It's not always about the narrative, and I agree with you. But sometimes also it's not just the narrative of the jail stuff, right? Because I talk about accountability a lot, and a lot of times I tell people this: I see people. I made a video about this accountability. I see people come to this country and sell peanuts on the corner, bro. You know, in New York, people be selling hot dogs, peanuts, corn. I be buying corn from the Mexicans sometimes, right? They be going out there to get it. So even if there's not let's say, you know, we live in impoverished neighborhoods and lack of jobs, right? I think to automatically just think about going out there to sell drugs is a problem, right? I think the mindset that the way we're gonna go, I'm not saying don't go make money, because look, the pandemic just showed us that a lot of people are actually creative in our communities, right?
Mm-hmm.
The pandemic showed us that we can actually do things to make money in different ways, right? So I just think the narrative that a lot of our men usually just be like, you know what, I'm gonna go sell a pack. It's like, bro, you couldn't think of nothing else.
But hold on, I agree with you on that. But then it's with education. So like, if I know off of years and years, that's all I know, I'm probably gonna be a creature of habit and follow what my past ancestors did, what my previous role models did. So I'm only following a
And that's cool.
left for me.
You're right, and that's cool. What I'm saying is, when you get locked up, hold it down. I don't want to hear there was no jobs in my community. I don't want to hear, you know, the excuse, the white man this. I want you to be like, you know what? I had to get money. I went out there and got it, and it is what it is. You feel me? That's really what I'm talking about. When you make a decision as a man, you have to. Part of being a man is going out there and getting it and doing what you're gonna do, but also taking taking responsibility for the consequences. You know what I'm saying? So, and I actually said, right, she said some of them food trucks people is not educated, bro. They don't be having post-secondary degrees or none of that. You feel me? Like some of them don't even be graduating high school, bro.
But listen,
but I get what you're saying.
No, I get what you're saying, but hold on. But so like, I know it's like selling crack, getting booked and blaming the system. I agree.
Yeah.
But in the same breath, it's kind of like, well, look, I am still at a deficit because, and this is definitely playing devil's advocate, because I do decent for myself. I can survive on my own. But I have my friends of mine who can still say, well, 200 years of slavery predicted my outcome, because now I'm in impoverished communities. I had a lack of education. I'm still held down, and let's be honest. If you say somebody that is foreign and black, that's not the same as saying I'm black or African American. That's true.
I agree.
So those guys you talking about that came overseas to America that look like me and you, they have a different mindset than we do. It's all contingent on your mind.
Hold on. You see what you said?
What I said?
Different mindset.
I get it.
It's the same way how me and you could grow up in the same block,
right, and
go two different paths. You never joined the gang. You live in the hood? Did you grow up in the hood?
No, not no more.
No, but did you grow up in the hood?
Yale Heights, yes.
Okay, with one parent in the house, right?
Two, originally.
How old was you when your pops left the crib?
17.
Okay, so you was a little older. Okay.
I had my identity, yeah.
Okay, so it's slightly different. But there's people who grew up with one parent, just like me, same block, same neighborhood, and they didn't go the same path like me. Right. So mindset, right? So I and that's the thing that I be trying to push to people, because when we dwell too much on the excuses, and not saying that they're not valid excuses, they definitely are valid excuses, and the system definitely did things. But I tell people this mindset. When I came home, there was times I didn't have no bread. I got to a low point where I ain't had no money.
Hold on. Discipline.
Yeah, but like I tell you, it's all gonna go back to the mindset, and this is what I try to preach to people, right? Because look, I came, I needed some bread. I could have got access to whatever I could have got access to, and I could have went out there and did what I know. You feel me? But you know what? I have friends. I had some of my friends that told me like, "Yo, let's go do a lick." I could have did it, but I said, "Nah, bro, I ain't living that life no more," because I can't see myself going to take some from another black person. You feel me? Like I just can't see myself.
So Vic, was that more education, or is that more whatever you just said? I guess revelation. Because hold on, because originally you took from a black person or you heard a black person, so it's education or it's revelation. But regardless, you learn something in between. We don't have the same
I
asset.
think it's about appreciation, bro. We don't appreciate each other. We don't appreciate our communities.
So
We
let
don't.
me ask you, what made you appreciate after you went to jail?
You're right. It's a little bit of knowing certain things, of learning different things.
So education.
But I think at the root of it,
Mm-hmm.
if you don't read, you don't gotta be a person that read, bro. I just think to like if you really get to the bottom of it, bro. I grew up on welfare. My neighbors, a lot of my neighbors on in the neighborhood grew up on welfare too. I just think about if we was to just sit down, bro, and really just think about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, think about it, bro. Some of us be double crossing our best friends, bro.
That's a fact.
So it's a mindset, bro. It's if you could sit here and take from your best friend, if you could sit here and line your best friend up, if you could sit here and steal, bro, from your mom, like people be stealing from their parents, bro. And so when I look at that, it's like, damn, like where you gonna learn that at? What school is gonna teach you that you shouldn't steal from your friends?
That's a fact. That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? That's not certain things. It's like, bro, you don't need to go to school to learn that. You don't need to read a book.
Well, Vic, I feel like it's a war against our kind. So, like, you can't fix everybody. Like, to be for the cause, some people gotta die. You can't save everybody.
Oh no, that's a fact. I know.
Yeah,
I know. So
some niggas you can't. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So I want to circle that back, right? Because it's like we talking about relationships in the community. So I think that yeah, it's true. Our communities have been infiltrated. It's true. All of those things that people say are true.
Right.
But two things could be truth at once. Three things could be truth at once, right? So I always tell people, like, yes, that is true. But I'm like, yo, you ain't gotta go. Listen, the Mexicans, you think they don't got drugs in Mexico? You think that, like, exactly, you feel me? But they don't come here and they first thought be like, let me go get a pack. Some of them do, right? But
hold on, Vic. But like, who was the most demeaned throughout history? It's always been the original people, the black people. So,
bro, listen.
Let me say this. So, like, everybody has a home base to go back to. Whether it be Mexico, I can go back to Mexico. Colombia, go back to Colombia. And everybody has a foundational base economically or socially. Black people are the only people that have to go back to Africa and still feel infiltrated and contaminated because we don't have a social or economic stance. So that means we have no support system. So when you say the Spanish, I get it. But it's not a Chinese. I get it. They got no. It's not.
Bro. No, go ahead. I'm gonna go get this book real quick.
Yeah, do what you gotta do. You can keep talking. So like black people, we have more to offer. We have more potential to offer, but we have less that was given to us, and we have more that was taken away. Like Rosa Parks can't get most black people out their seats.
Yo, you hear me? Yo, I used to think just like that, right? And till I change, right? Look, I read this book right here.
What's that?
Psycho-Cybernetics. This book right here, deep book. I don't like talking about the Jews because the Jews got help from the global community.
Oh yeah,
and they get reparations and they get all type of stuff from Germany, from the U.S. So I don't really like comparing to certain people because those other people have help.
The Jews got a judicial system on lock. Hell yeah.
But I want to talk about this, right? This is very important. Psycho-Cybernetics, and the main thing that this book talks about is your self-image. How to change your self-image. And this is why I study psychology and mental health in college, right? So this is why I think differently now. I used to talk about all of those things, right? And all of these things contribute to the victim mentality.
Mm-hmm.
When you think of yourself, and I'm not taking away that those things did not happen, What I'm saying is the whole process of slavery was to enslave our minds.
Right.
So today we keep talking about slavery. We keep talking about Willie Lynch. We keep talking about the war on us. We keep talking about we are victims. We keep talking about XYZ, right? Like we act almost like we don't have no autonomy to do certain things, right? So the point of this book, Psycho Cybernetics, is this. It's about your self-image. Since the moment we got here, they've been programming our mind to make us think low of ourselves.
Right.
When you think low of yourself, you can't operate on a higher frequency because you're constantly thinking about yourself as the lowest of the low.
Right.
This is why, and I keep going back to, it's a mind thing, bro. The difference between the blacks who do succeed and the ones who don't is a mindset. Like, yo, you could literally grow up in the same building with a LeBron James, with a whatever that Jones dude that is the richest black dude. You could literally grow up in the same community, bro, same building, same floor,
Right.
and the only difference is gonna be the mindset, bro. It's gonna be the mentality. So the point that I was trying to make is this. This dude said in this book, he said a person who believes that they were meant to be oppressed and be less than is going to squander every opportunity that is presented to themselves because they believe that they are meant to be in that situation. Think about this. Hold on. And this is my last point. If you are king, right? If you was a king in Africa and I took you from Africa and I told you are my slave, you're going to look at me like I'm crazy, right? So because you're not going to believe it at that moment. So what do I have to do? I have to show you that you are my slave, right? So I have to show you that I have power over you, that I have dominance over you. So I beat you. I start to do certain things. I rape you. I do things to your women. I do things to people in front of you, you know, to show you you don't have no power to do anything, right? And this is slowly how you start to program people. And then most of the times, the first people that got kidnapped wasn't the ones that they made into enslaved. I mean, the enslaved, right? It was usually their children, the other people that witnessed. So, so this is the point I was trying to make, bro. The moment we fix our self-image, we gonna be some. Cause think about this. Right after slavery, black people were doing good things. Oh, my boy put the glasses on.
No,
right
hold on. I'm smacking. I can see clear. So like, yeah.
Okay. But right after slavery, bro, black people did a lot of positive things, bro. Like they had black middle class neighborhoods. They were going to school. There was Dr. King went to Morehouse, right? Like people were getting degrees, bro. Malcolm X got an honorary PhD. He didn't go to college. He got an honorary PhD from Harvard. Like, so black people was getting stuff done, bro. The thing is, other things started to happen, right? When they realized, damn, we still can't kill these folks, right? They just came out of slavery. They had the Black Wall Street. They getting businesses done. Their communities is looking, you know what I'm saying? They excelling. So they started doing different things, bro. So I'm just saying that at some point between the strong people that we had in our communities in the 40s and the 30s, the 40s, the 50s, the 60s, 70s, right? Between prison, locking up our leaders, between drugs, between HIV, between all these other movements that came about into our community, feminists, LGBT, all of these things, because today that's what we're arguing about, right? Well, who gay, who not? The women are fighting against the men fighting against the women because of feminism and all of this. This is what we're doing today. We're bickering. We lost in the source. So all of those other things came into our community. So the whole point I be trying to tell people, we need to get back to the mindset of our ancestors that was building in the 60s and was getting stuff done.
And Vic, I agree. So let me ask you this. So what do more people have access of? The problem or the solution? Because hold on. I get it. You transcendent. You one of the few people that really talk about this in the open space. You got your Dr. Umars, but your main political figures, the people that we identify with, the LeBron James of the world, even the Obamas of the world, they're not pushing the black narrative. They said that, yeah, we're all purpose people, but they all black first. So like when we have these conversations about what our Tulsa, Oklahomas looked like in the 1940s, or what the nuclear black family looked at like in the 1950s and 60s. We don't have that as a black people. So all I can really understand and overstand and understand is what I have access to. And that's what the block taught me. They taught me if I shoot dice and sell drugs, that's my best option towards sipping lemonade in the shade on a private island.
Yo, bro, this is what we got going on right now. Yeah, I feel you. This is what we got going on. Look.
But I'm just saying, like, yeah, like for me personally, like, bro, the only reason why I stepped outside of like I wasn't no big stepper. I wasn't a stomper. I wasn't out here, breaking airways and shake. But I will say this.
Yeah, you see what our young women are doing?
I get that. That's we gonna get to that. But I'm gonna say this about me, right? So
yeah.
I wasn't what Vic Slang Hope did. I wasn't knocking niggas' teeth out, and I wasn't getting locked up. I heard your stories, bro. You did your
chill,
thing.
Man. I wasn't doing all that, man. Chill, man.
You did what you had to do. Okay.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, you did what was ready for you. But anyways,
I don't talk about my victories, man.
Listen, nobody want to hear about them. We ain't want to hear about the losses. We negative people at the end of the day. Like, nah.
Yeah. I feel you.
But listen, I wasn't doing that. I was more so, you know what I'm saying? If you got a problem, I want to avoid it. But if we gotta get there, we gotta get there. And that's what got me here. So right now I do high ticket sales. I sell words for a living. I'm at war with my clients, right? So whatever you come in for, I have to convince you to get the highest option for me. I sell myself and I feel sleazy. I sell verbiage, right? So it's not what I prefer to do, but it's what pays my bills. Cool. But I learned that from somebody. I learned that from my cousin. He said, hey, yo, look, yo, you got verbiage, you got verbosity, you got vernacular. We can use that to get you to where you gotta go. It took me to my ultimate state. I found what I was good at and not executed on what I was good at. Bro, most people or most black people, they're told the same thing. Hey, yo, what up? Hey, yo, bro, you tough on the block. You good at getting these drugs off, or you good at linking shit like this. You be good at selling this. So it's all about opportunity. And I get it. I'm not saying I agree with it, but it's what is here. Now you have more people that have potential. It's like you got people that's not lost causes, right? So like for you, for example, I know you said you was doing your little thing. But at the end of the day, you wasn't a lost cause. It's like, all right, we could probably work with them. You got some young dudes that's just lost causes and you can't work with them. Let's focus on the me's and you's. Let's not focus on the other ones. And that's just what it is.
I hear what you're saying, bro. I grew up with some dudes that never joined the gang, bro.
Right.
And I was there like, yeah, you're gonna turn Crip.
Hey, yo, let me go to the bathroom. Keep talking. Let me go to the bathroom.
All right, bro. Don't porn bar my shit. Yeah. Cause man, you over here. But gotta say to people who could be saved, man. That clip was crazy though. These girls gotta be like, yo. Let me play the clip real quick, man. This is sad. That was sad, man. You missed the clip, man. You missed the clip, man. It was sad, man.
Oh no, what's up?
Sad. Nah, I was just sharing the clip, man. It was sad, man. Like, it's sad. Like, I'd be like, yo. But anyway, I get what you're saying. It's about what you know. But I would say this. My pushback. I'm trying to click on the comments. My pushback is that it's the same way, bro. I meet people who say things like, oh, like I ain't working there, or I'm not like so it's like I literally meet people who say things like I'm not what I look like flipping burgers, or what I look like doing this, or what I look like doing that. So it's people that they know they could go get a job somewhere else. They know they could, do different things, right? When you try to talk, huh?
It's the pride factor, the pride.
Yeah. When you try to tell them, yo, go to college, you know what they tell you? Oh, like get out of here. Like I don't want to go to college. Like they want to get the fast bread. Like so it's more than just that whole idea of this is all they know. Some dudes got friends who chose to go to college. Come on, we all have friends who decided to stay in school. We all have friends who didn't do what we did. You know what's so crazy? When I went to trial, when I was in the trial proceedings, one of the jurors was a kid that I went to middle school with. Mm-hmm. And I was like, I knew two people that were like, when we was doing jury selection. And one of the dudes, I was telling my lawyer, like, yeah, man, he was like a square back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Like he was a square in school. So she was like, yeah, and look where he at and look where you at. You was the cool dude. And it was real.
So hold on. So like, here's what it is. So let me ask you this. So majority of guys that you was locked up with within your first 6 months, were they younger or older?
You said majority of the guys that in my first 6 months?
Yeah.
I was in adolescence. So because I was in adolescence, I wasn't with the adults. So everybody I was with was from like
so cool. So majority of the guys that's committing majority of these crimes, they're younger dudes. So they don't really understand, I guess, the measure of what they commit, because they still young and they don't really understand the knowledge. So what I'm gonna say is this: like when I was 17, 18, I didn't gangbang. I wasn't thugging and bugging, but I went out with one of my friends, went to a house party, and one of my friends was beefing with this one Crip dude, right? So I didn't know, unbeknownst to me, he was beefing with this Crip dude. Me and him was just childhood friends. I didn't know my homeboy didn't bang either, but I guess him and this Crip dude had like some prior beef. Nothing gang related, just they didn't like each other or whatever, right? So I'm at this party, we drinking, we having fun, we bumping music. My homeboy leaves the spot. And the Crip dude and like 10 of his friends are outside sitting on cars, hanging out, drinking, smoking. In the process of my friend leaving, the Crip dude yells out, "Hey, yo, you don't fuck with me?" My homeboy, because he had somewhat of a street reputation, need to remind you, only 17 at this time, 17, 16, right? The Crip dude yells to my 17-year-old homeboy, "Hey, yo, you don't fuck with me?" My friend goes, "Nah, I don't fuck with you." Crip dude said, "Green light." He hits him. Boop! As hard as he can. Knocked him to the floor. Now remember, nobody knew who I was. Nobody acknowledged me. I could have walked away, went to my car, and went home.
Yeah.
My mama always told me, if you ride with somebody, you die with somebody type shit. So I'm like, you hit my friend? Boom, I'm hitting you back. So me, I get up, the dude that hit my friend, I hit him, boom. He with 10 other Crips, unbeknownst to me at the time. But when they started busting my ass, I'm like, shit, yeah, y'all niggas together. So about 9 out those 10 Crip dudes, they start like, so we on the hill, but the hill is like on a decline. So I'm running backwards while they're coming on the slant to throw punches.
Yeah.
I'm lining dudes up. So I'm throwing punches in a straight jab so they can't circle me. So I'm like, all right, as long as I keep everybody lined up, they can't surround me and knock me out.
You smart.
And it's my first like major fight, by the way. So one of the dudes is like, "Oh, I know what he's doing." He runs behind me, comes behind me, tackles me to the ground.
It was over.
I saw it was hands and feet and stars, right? niggas kicking me, punching me, and all that shit, right? I'm like, all right, whatever. I get up. I'm a tough dude. I get up. I punch somebody in the mouth. I'm like, yo, let me go. I held it. Let me go. They let me go. I ran to my homeboy car. I jumped in, put my seatbelt on. We took off. But here's the thing, right? I'm going to say about 2 weeks later, I graduated from high school at that time. I didn't care. I got my ass whooped. I held my own. Don't get me wrong. I held my own. But I didn't care. I got jumped. I cared. People was talking about me being jumped, bro. And I was not a super thug again. You could have shot me in my fucking leg. Bro, I only cared about what people said. And I was 17 at the time. It's not about the reaction. Sometimes it's about the action. Because I can come back and do whatever I want to, but if you're still talking about it, it's what it is. Because nowadays, we live in a social media era, bro. You know that. So now you got these young guys that all they know is social media. They iPads raised them.
Yeah.
iPhone 10s raised them. And you telling him that's not reality? That is his physical existence. That's his reality. You can't tell him that it means nothing. So clout means more, bro. So when you say like, yeah, you was locked up, you did. I care about the message spreading. Now, if it was 20, 30 years ago, where like it only was in between the community, like for example, if we only kept it in 90210, only in that zip code, give a fuck. But I can't change who I am. I can't.
Yo, they had you on video. They had you on video.
For me?
Yeah, did they have you on video?
Fuck no. Luckily, praise be to Allah. Right? But that was 2012, 2013. If it was 2022, bro, it would have been a bad scenario. And that's what I'm saying. I got a little brother, and I think about him. So I'm like, yo, bro, like when he tell me he got issues, I'm like, yo, nip it in the bud, because if you don't, it can brew. And the worst thing you want is it for it to brew. Because not right now, it's a globalized market. Bro, I don't even like social media. If it was up to me, my nigga, I'd be in the house.
Yeah.
I have a flip phone. But that's not reality. Like, I'm on here with you. I would never known you unless I timed into your channel. Facebook, I would never know. What I'm saying is, it's just what the time is today. So when you tell black men like, yo, look, you don't gotta do X, Y, and Z. No, it's what the masses perceive, because you will only get respect if the masses respect. And I'm only trying to stay relevant.
That's not true, bro. Hold on. That's not. I wouldn't say that's true, because I feel like one of the main things that I had to do when I went away, when I went to prison, I was like, I had to realize that like it don't matter what people think about you, bro. It's about you, bro. And I think that's part of like the facade that they want us to believe that keeps us operating and doing the stupid stuff. Is that we think that we need to.
Let me ask you. Only because I want to ask you this. So, when you came home, did you go to Beverly Hills, or did you go back to the projects?
I actually went to a shelter. I ain't go to Beverly Hills or the projects.
All right, so pardon me. So did you go back, like, did you go back to the community that you identify with?
I didn't. When you change your mindset, you can't go back to the same place.
But hold on, Vic, but that's discipline. That's not necessarily home. But most guys, when they get out, like you are outlier. You know, have statistic. Statistics don't care about outliers, should I say? So when you came home, you went somewhere else. Most guys that come home, they come back to the same environment they left. So they back. You know what I'm saying? Now,
bro, but look,
what it is.
That's their mindset. Look, everything.
But that's discipline, though, bro. That's discipline.
Yo, but listen, bro. Listen. All you need to do is think something. This is what I be trying to tell people, bro. Before I even read a psycho-cybernetics, I already knew I gotta think different. I already knew, like, you know what? Like, and you're right. Sometimes I just be like, you know what? I'm just mad different. But I feel like at the same time, bro, you know, one thing I hated when I used to go to those spaces, right? When I was in college, or when I used to go to the Harvard Club and be surrounded by white people, or when I went to Princeton, or when I went to NYU, or when I went to Columbia,
Damn,
wherever.
you got all them accolades.
Yeah, I went there. I went there to speak. Like, so I
Okay,
used to work
okay,
as a
okay.
speaker. So
Yeah,
whenever I went to these places and I was in the company of these people, right? And they
right.
used to try to talk to me like I was some exceptional nigger, like you different, or like you this. Like, that's one thing I always disliked, because I felt like there's a lot of people from the hood who don't get the recognition, who are doing great things. There's a lot of people who went to prison who are doing great things, and it's just not highlighted. It's just not, it's not posted out there like that. And there's a lot of other people who can do this too, right? I just think that a lot of people, like I said, a lot of people be selling themselves short, bro, and that's just the reality. A lot of dudes, like I see dudes, bro. I see dudes like that I knew from back in the day, bro, that be out here on the train asking for money, and I'm just like, yo, like, nah, bro, like, nah, like it's just like certain things is like the only time I felt like I gave up on myself was when I took a plea deal. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was one of like the only times that I felt like I really felt defeated. Like, I really felt like, yo, I gave up as a man.
Hey, yo, Vic, bro. I'm not even trying to, like, you feel me, hype you up and pipe you up, but you man honorable, and I agree. You walk different, talk different, made different, behave different. You're different, ain't the same different. But bro, majority of people, they're not like you. You were Jeff Bezos on the economical standpoint.
Nah, bro, cause,
No,
cause
I'm just let me just finish. You is a tier, bro. I'm trying to tell you, like, most people are not gonna be a top 1 or 10 percentile. They live in reality. Most people are lazy, greasy, dirty, and they not experienced. You just had something that clicked with you that said that. I want to speak to the masses, the majority of the people. That's a 70%, 80%. They're never, ever, ever going to come to the conclusion that you're coming to. I want my people to get the easy way out, the same way the alternative race got the easy way out. The same way the $5 Indians got the easy way out.
he said the $5 Indians.
I want that. So when I say what I say to take the shortcuts, understand that our people only know shortcuts. That's our culture. And that's what we got trained to know. Now, look,
Yo,
I'm
bro,
not saying it's right, wrong, or
it's okay
indifferent,
though.
but it's what it is.
It's okay. White folks be using shortcuts too. There's nothing wrong with using shortcuts.
Thank you.
The problem is the shortcuts that we be using. Like, why would you use a shortcut that got crocodiles and snakes in it when there's another shortcut that you could take? Like, that's the thing that I be trying to tell people. It's cool. It's cool to, you know what I'm saying, figure it out, or how I'm gonna make bread. You feel me? Like, a lot of why you think a lot of crimes that white people commit, they call white collar crimes. Like, it's like, yo, bro, they just think about how to commit crimes in a different way. Like there used to be a woman in jail. She used to work for the commissary. And you know what she used to do? She used to take like $1 from
You hear me?
everybody's
I went
account.
out for. Hold on.
Yeah, I hear you.
Hey
I hear you.
yo, I'm gonna jump back in, yo. I'm gonna jump back in. Don't deny. I'm gonna jump back in.
All right, bro. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. But yeah, dudes do be asking for money now, right? At Black Paint, $5 Indians. That was crazy. I don't know what are you talking about. That's my first time I heard that $5 Indian stuff. I don't know what are you doing. Hold on, let me wait for him to come back, because I don't know what he's doing. Yeah, actually, that's real talk. Like, I be telling people all the time, it's a mindset, man. I think, like, and at some point, I just kind of like got comfortable, man. Like, I felt like I was working. Like, at first I was working. Like, I was getting to it. I was doing what I was doing. And then, like, yeah, I had like since I've been home, I had like 2 moments in my life where I went from working and really achieving stuff to just, like, I ain't gonna lie, this last time I don't really count it, because I feel like the pandemic was kind of like behind it. Yo, yeah. Yeah, so what I was saying is that, yeah, bro, I like, again, bro, I'm gonna keep talking about the mindset, bro.
I
The
can't.
mind,
Yo,
Malcolm X,
I can't even hear you. I'm live.
Yeah, I could hear you, but you can't hear me.
Hold on, let me try to tap on this. How you get this little mic? I'm gonna leave and come back, bro. Hold on.
All right. Yeah, but underrated. Yeah, that's the stories. That's how it goes. Like it's a mindset. Some people just they just I don't know, man. Some people are just their mind is just like, yo, I'm telling you, the mind could do a lot of things. That's why I love psychology and I love reading about the mind. I love. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I hear you clearly, bro.
All right, bro. So that's the whole thing I'll be talking about, bro. Is the mindset. We have to change the mindset. You see, one of the things that has made our sisters resilient is the mindset, bro. Like even though a lot of our sisters are a little delusional, right? But a lot of times the whole idea of them being raised on like you gotta survive, right? Go get your money, go get your education. One thing that a lot of black women don't realize is this. One of the reasons black women been pushed to get their education since like the 50s, since like after slavery, right? Because a lot of women used to have nanny jobs. A lot of black women used to have nanny jobs and they used to get raped. So because they used to get raped, mothers were telling their daughters, go to school. See, black men, they wasn't really telling them to go to school. They was
niggas got raped too.
No, but when I'm not talking about during slavery.
Okay,
I'm talking about after slavery, and I'll probably make an own video about this. But the whole going to school stuff, that been a thing in the black community because the black woman, most of the time, they was working at the house of a white man or a white woman, babysitting, and they used to get raped, right? So black households started saying like, you know what? Go to school, get you a degree, so that you could work somewhere else, and you don't have to be a nanny, right? So the black man, he wasn't really pushed into college like that. He was pushed into getting trades, into becoming a skilled laborer. So it was always like that, right? It was like, so this was the thing. So I don't, so this whole thing is like, it's not nothing new about sending our sisters to college. It was a protection actually for them.
I didn't know that. No, I didn't even know that. I didn't know that.
Yeah. So it was a protection for them so that they didn't have to do the nanny work to get violated, right? And the man, it was about working with your hands. Go out there, go build some, go, go mow the grass, go chop this, go cut wood, because it's something that a lot of work back then used to be physical for men. That's why men didn't have to go to the gym. There was no such thing as the
blue collar shit. Yeah.
Yeah, it was no such thing as the gym. But the thing is, a lot of these modern day men, they don't want to work those hard jobs. They don't want to work construction a lot of times no more. They want to be competing for social work jobs with the women. When in reality, but this is society, right? Society's trying to tell men be more feminine, be more soft, and they're trying to tell the women.
So hold on, is that universal? Is it just direct towards us?
I don't think it's universal because I think when black people tell me things about that the reason they're so aggressive is because they gotta survive and they gotta go to school and they gotta be independent. They gotta do all of that stuff. I said, then why the white woman don't be acting like that?
Because the white woman is not in the scarcity mindset like a black woman is.
That's the point, and that's the whole thing I'll be trying to show to them. You see, they could tell the stuff that they be trying to tell me, that will work for a black man that never dated outside his race. You can't play that with me. You know what I'm saying? Because I done courted Indians, Trinidadians, Russians, Filipino, all type of different cultures, right? So right. I see how other women maneuver and how they operate, right? So because I have that reference, I can kind of be like, nah, that's not true what you're saying. Because a lot of times some black women, they like to push back, some of them, and they try to say, oh, no other woman is gonna put up. And I'm like, how you know that? How you know no other woman is gonna put up with certain things?
But most black women subscribe to feminism, bro.
Yeah, and the feminism that they got was a little different than the white woman feminism. How is it that a white woman will go to one of these conferences, talk about feminism, and then she'll go home to her white husband? That don't even make sense.
Because white women understand relationship arrangements or dating arrangements. Black women don't. So
My-
if we're gonna take it a step further, black women don't understand. I'm gonna say they understand economics in a sense, but they don't understand leadership roles. So biologically speaking, most men traditionally we can agree we typically prefer to lead, right? I'd rather go out there get the eggs and the bacon. If a dude kicking my door at 3 o'clock in the morning, I'm gonna come out there with my biscuit and I'm gonna handle it. I'm not gonna send her outside. You said that we agree on that. Most
yeah,
women, they are happy with going into the club for free. Most men understand that. Damn, I can't get into the club for free because I'm not a woman. Most men understand, and we get chastised for the negative arrangements in the social in the social dynamics. We can understand. We agree with that. Women think
yeah.
that everything should be equal. Case in point, if
Yo, they
a
want to
woman
know.
went into, huh?
Now they wanted to know what's the $5 Indians because I'm kind of lost too.
The $5 Indians. This is what I
He put
read.
the
I
cap
was
on.
talking to Tyreek Nasheed.
Oh,
Let
okay,
me get it
okay.
up. I was my boy Tyreek Nasheed, and he was talking about the $5 Indian. He was basically saying like, okay, after the Pilgrims and your Christopher Columbus, they took over the West. Well, they understood that Indians have been deprived of their homeland. So what can we do to make it better? They gave Indians rights to tax breaks, land breaks, whatever you want to call it. But white people were like, well, damn, we already infiltrated. How can we get over fraudulently to possess some of these incentives? Let's lie on the paperwork and say that we're 2% Indian, or I made it with an Indian to get those same incentives. Because I know long term it's going to benefit my children's children. And they were forging signatures. They were meeting people that was behind the scenes. They were doing operational work that was benefiting majority of the Anglo-Saxons. That's what I seen off the Tyreek Nasheed video. Hidden Colors, Part 2.
I seen Helen Colors. Yeah. Okay. So that's where you
I
got the
seen
five
Part
dollar
2.
Indians.
I seen Part 2.
Okay. So yeah,
Make it
bro.
make sense. Am I wrong? Elaborate.
I think when it comes to the history, if you read Thomas Jefferson book on the Notes of Virginia,
Okay.
um, Thomas Jefferson said that. See, this is a lot of times people don't realize that the Indians also help capture black people. They used to help white people capture slaves, right? It's a lot of this country got a lot of crazy history, right? But the white people thought that the Indians, that the indigenous folks on the land, that they were just this is what Thomas Jefferson said, right? He said the Indian people are just like us. He said they are just like us. The only difference is that they've been in the wilderness for too long, and we have to civilize them. Um, and then he said, as far as the blacks or the African, he said the Africans are inferior in mind and body. And this is why they said that we were 3/5 of a human being, right? They said African people were in a place between an animal and a human.
I know that
Um,
was slavery.
huh?
I know that was doing black slavery.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Thomas Jefferson said that the Indians were just like white people. The only difference is that they've been in the wild for too long, so they had to domesticate them.
That's crazy.
So they didn't really look at the Indians that different. They just thought they were savages that
That's
needed to be
crazy.
reformed. And they said, and then he said, as for the Africans, he said they are in a place between animals and humans.
Wow.
So when you think about that, this is why they just try to like teach them about church, right? They created them boarding schools and all of that stuff, right? Because they looked at the Indian people in the country like, oh, you're not that different from us. You
Okay.
just been in the wild for too long. Um, so it's crazy when you think about all of this stuff and we talk about it. But at the end of the day, bro, I be trying to tell people, at one point when we came out of slavery, black people were accomplishing things. You know, Harlem was the place of the Renaissance. Like it was a lot of black art. It was jazz, whatever. It was a lot of stuff going on. So I don't like to hear today in 2022 when people want to talk about Willie Lynch, um, slavery, and all of those things. When we did have a period of time in America where black people was accomplishing stuff.
Yeah.
Um, so when people mention those things, it's like, hold up now. So what happened in the 50s? What happened when black people were together, right? When there was plenty of money together. What happened when the black church was,
It's
huh?
scary. They don't want that.
That's my point. So my point is, at some point, the white man killed the fight out of black people, and we need to be able to say that. We need to be able to say, you know what? When they started incarcerating our leaders and killing them, when they dismantled the Black Panther Party and the Black Liberation Army, when they went to the black church and said, we're gonna incentivize you as long as you don't help the Negroes, when they started allowing or when they started paying our own people to set us up, right? Because they use our own people to dismantle our movements, right?
Right.
They use our own people to infiltrate. These are the things that black people don't want to listen to. These are the things that they don't want to talk about. When I start talking about accountability, this is the things when I want to talk about black.
So hold on. Hey, yo, bro, you are a beacon of truth. The new generation, they don't give a fuck about none of that. You know it's what I know. Bro, everything here sounds like a hit record. It sounds like 92Q, play it back. Your record went diamond. But this new generation, bro, they don't care. And I don't know what this is. I tell my little brother the same thing. He's 17. I'm like, back in the day, they don't care. So
Bro,
media and internet Asian has gotten a bigger imprint on the new generation.
yo, look, you have to, as a messenger, it's your job to figure out how to make him digest it. It's
So
just like, hold on, just like a parent, when you was a baby and your
yeah,
parent trying to feed you them Gerber baby meals, and you don't
yeah.
want to eat them, you don't want to eat the spinach, and you don't want to eat the carrots, and they gotta trick you to feed you. It's the same thing you gotta do. You gotta figure that out for your brother. You know what I'm saying? Because you're his older brother. Just like a father gotta figure that out for his son. A mom gotta figure that out for their daughter, and that's the task. It's not, we can't just say, oh, they don't want it, F them. Nah, we have to figure out as a messenger. That's why, like me, sometimes I'll be trying to tone it down. I'll be reading certain books about how to become a better content creator, because it's my job, it's my duty to kind of like bring the message to the people, if that makes sense.
Nah,
So
yeah.
so the same way a mom got to trick her baby to feed them the vegetables and the good stuff, it's the same way we got to feed whoever we're going to feed, especially with our families. We got to do it to our siblings, our cousins, and like you said, whoever going to be. Sometimes we can't save our own family, right? But it's about knowing that we'd exhausted our measures in
You
trying to
tried.
do so. So I think so when I talk about accountability, that's why I'm so big on accountability, because the moment we stop blaming other people is the moment we're gonna be like, you know what? I gotta get myself right. It's just like the women that blame the women that pick the wrong guys all the time, and then they blame the dating pool. I'm like, you can't just blame the dating pool for being trash and you picking the same man over and over and over again. Thank you, I appreciate it. I tell people that all the time. You can't do that. I tell men that all the time. How you when I hear some of the stories, when I hear some of these stories, bro, about men complaining about some of these chicks, they be like, yo, my baby mama, she be doing this, she be doing. I'm like, yo, bro, and it's like, how you somewhere along the line you knew this woman was not good to be a mother.
That's a fact.
Somewhere along the line, you knew she was a hood booger.
Hey, yo, Vic, I fuck with you, but I don't fuck with you. Why? Cause you make perfect sense, but you don't. To a nigga that actually understand the dynamics, I'ma say it's discipline. To most people, it's still discipline, bro. It is. You just conform yourself, and you definitely took the time out to understand that a lot of times it's coming from self awareness. 9 times out of 10 is discipline. Anything else is an excuse. As a people, we looking for a shortcut and an excuse.
Look, man, I just want to give a shout out to Naima.
Oh yeah, do what you gotta do.
You know what I'm saying? Just shout out to Naima. I appreciate the super sticker.
That's heavy.
Definitely appreciate you. You know, Naima is a good sister. I appreciate you. So, but yeah, bro, I think again, bro, so like somebody just said, self-awareness is vital. And I keep talking about accountability. I think that the moment we start looking at ourselves, I had to do that in prison, bro. The moment we start looking at ourselves, you can't blame nobody else. At one point, you could probably blame somebody, right? At one point, you could be like, even when you look at slavery was a deal going wrong between African nations and tribes with European people.
You right.
So even at that, right? Even if when you look at slavery, you can blame African people. Right. I mean, you could literally be like, you know what? If you ain't open up the door to be sitting here being so trusty of these people, you know, we probably wouldn't be in this situation.
So hold on. Listen, back to slavery. Like, you can't. We gave ourselves over to the white man, but everybody talks and everybody listens, but somehow the truth always comes up missing.
Facts.
Somebody in that same train got to say, oh, that don't sound right. Let's stop it right here. He kept going. It's discipline, bro. You got to look within yourself. That's not right. Hey, yo, I'm going to stop it. Fuck you. Go that way. Fuck it. Go tell the nigga that said that way. And I'm going to spread the positive message that way.
Somebody said that I fuck with you, but I don't. It's crazy.
That's what I'm doing, bro. Hey, that's why I ain't want to come on here, yo, because you talk too well. I don't like that.
No, but I feel you, bro. At the end of the day, bro, I be trying to tell the sisters too, man. Like, I tell the sisters this, man. Look, this is what I tell them. I be like, look, you can go ahead and think your money, that's all you need. You know what I'm saying? But don't try to spin the block when you're 35 and you know what I'm saying, you got like 5 eggs left. You know what I'm saying? Now you desperate and you want to have kids.
Don DeMarco.
You know what I'm saying? Don't be mad. Don't be mad at 35, 40. You know what I'm saying? I had this bitter chick. She was trying to talk to me. I ain't understand why she was so angry. And then it hit me. She 40 years old. You know what I'm saying? She want to have kids. And then she used to be having those moments where she used to just be going off. And I'm like, yo, why she be going off? I never even did nothing to her. She just used to be angry, bro. Like, sometimes I used to talk about, you know, sometimes I come in here and talk about relationships, and I felt like that used to trigger her, bro. So I'm just like, you know, it's healthier to have a baby when you're younger. So she didn't like that type of stuff. You feel me? Like, I wasn't saying it to
better than that.
No, I wasn't saying it towards her though. I was like, if I was saying in general, she would get defensive and she start. So I'm just like, yo, that's not me. That's the medical.
That's biology, nigga.
Yeah, like, so she used to get mad and she used to be like, I know people in my family that have babies at 50. I'd be like, all right. Like, I'm just like,
but most women, they move off emotion, not off logic, and that's what.
No, I know that, bro. But I'm just saying, at some point, you gotta hold this truth down. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, all that baby. This is why I say I don't baby women, because you're not my child. I'm not even gonna baby my child either, and I don't reward bad behavior. You know, like, we're gonna communicate like adults. You're not gonna throw no tantrums here. You know, we're not gonna do none of that, because the moment my child throws a tantrum, he or she still not gonna get what they want, and I'm gonna teach him how to communicate.
Hey, yo, bro. So let me how like, without, I don't know if you put your business out here, but how old are you, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm 30, bro.
You 30? Okay, so cool. So you. No. When you came home.
I came home 2016. Yo, my laptop about to die, bro. This is crazy.
Do what you gotta do. Go ahead, do what you gotta do.
Hold on, I'm trying to see if I could.
I'm not done with you. Don't run off, bro. I'm here.
My laptop about to die. That's crazy.
The charge, bro.
Wow, that's crazy.
Hey, listen, Vic is
Yo.
30. He just said that. He
Yeah,
probably came home 2-3 years ago. My man, he really took mad knowledge within 2-3 years. On the red pill, he a red pill nigga. Cause what he just
wow.
said right now was facts.
You say he a red pill dude?
I thought you was. Am I right or wrong?
Who, me?
Yeah, that's what I said. Oh, it's two Vicks. The two Vicks is crazy.
Hold on.
I'm gonna bang on you. I'm gonna come back.
Hold on. I closed my thing.
Nah, your shit echo.
Hold on. Yeah, hello?
Your shit echo, bro. I see you, but you echo. That's my shit now. I'm taking over. Anyway, so now I'm echo. I'm a nigga came.
Hold on. We good?
Nah, your shit's still dirty.
Nah, I'm good.
Oh, now you good. Now you in order. Okay, cool.
Yeah. We here, man. We here, man. We here. We lit. We
All
lit.
right, cool. Hey, yo, they not gonna like me and you being dynamic duo. They don't like that, yo. Come on, bro.
Yo, but yeah, I had to get off my what's saying. See, I got me on here. Look, I wasn't even supposed to be on here this long, man.
Oh yeah, we good. It's me and you talk. I don't even care at this point. It's me and you talk.
Damn, my joint just died. But no, the people in the comments, they still here. I be acting like an old head, man. Like I just came home. But yeah, I came home 2016, bro.
You came home at what age? So was this like
I was like about to be 25.
so 25? You came home.
Yeah, basically.
Hey yo, bro, like you wise beyond your years, bro. Like you really grew up. You grew the fuck up. Cause most
Yeah,
people they're not gonna understand what you understand till like 46, and they still trying to take over the hood. It's just what it is. It's the culture of us. It's people.
yeah, I be trying to
Like
tell people, man, that's not it.
not and
Somebody said it's discipline. I think, yeah, it's discipline. A lot
yeah.
of guys don't have no discipline. Um, yeah, bro. I just don't like to think that I'm unique. I don't like to think that I mean, I let that shit go to my head at one point. You know, I was on my Malcolm X. You know what I'm saying? I had the superhero complex. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna come say the hood.
That shit
then I
don't
realized,
work.
then I realized, man, these don't
These
want to
niggas,
learn nothing.
hey yo, bro, hold on. Let me ask you this. Yo, you know you got mad hopeless causes, bro. Niggas, it's just some dudes you can't save, bro. You can't take with you. You just
Yeah, I'm
can't take with you.
30. Yeah, kids are not meant for everybody. I agree. Some people shouldn't have kids. Somebody said, I'll take those 5 eggs.
Oh, she
Somebody,
better be fly. Oh, that's
she
no,
said,
that's
I'm gonna have kids at 37.
oh
She,
man, oh man. You sure you gotta make sure you can have it, not him. You gotta make sure your shit okay. But
yeah,
look,
yeah. You know, some women are freezing their eggs but that's expensive too. I heard.
technology is beautiful, yo, when it works.
Yeah, but I don't think people should be tampering with God stuff. Somebody said how many kids I want. I want as many kids I can afford. To be honest,
Two,
you
a nigga only no more than 2 kids, or a male and a female. That's
know, I want as many kids I can afford. We're gonna live on the farm too, and we're gonna make our own clothes.
they gonna live in the Bronx. Don't do that.
Nah. I'm about to leave the Bronx, man.
Oh man, the Bronx is crazy. Hey yo, bro, how crazy is the Bronx?
I don't even be in the Bronx, to be honest.
But you
Um,
grew up in the Bronx?
yeah, I grew up in the Bronx, but I don't be in the Bronx. I
I,
be
I
like,
grew up in Baltimore. Like, would you say like it's a majority like black folk, white folk, Spanish, or a mix?
the Bronx is predominantly black. It's the poorest borough. It's the least gentrified. So less white people means more crime, less cameras, less police presence. So we kind of like that. We kind of, we don't like white people in meddling in our stuff. Um, so we kind of like that type of stuff because we don't want to when white people come in, everything start going up. People start getting pushed out their communities.
Gentrification.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
So
get it.
so so we don't really like white people coming around.
Yeah.
We're not trying to sound crazy, but um How many kids you want? How many kids? I want like I want us. When do you intend on marriage? Is this a question for me? When do I intend on getting married? I don't know, man. I'm looking for the right Muslim sister, man. I don't know, but I gotta get I gotta get myself together too. I gotta be in a
So
place.
you done cheating, bro?
Huh?
Huh?
What you said?
You done cheating?
See what you talking about?
Hey
Hold
yo,
on,
why
real
you
quick.
walking away, bro? Where you going?
I gotta get the charger.
Hey, listen, Khadijah, he running away. He don't listen. He done cheating. He's an honorable. He's a genuine. He's a benevolent black man
Yo, you
who's
can see
really
the
trying to
comments, bro.
be serious.
Bro, you can see the comments.
I can't see nothing. I only can see what you talking about, and I can see his super chats.
I thought you was
Oh no, I'm not reporting. Hey yo, if I come to New York, my nigga, you gotta hold me down, bro. I'm not about to come out there and not know nobody.
Yo, you know what's funny? Growing up, one of my closest friends, he was from Baltimore.
You lying?
We used to call him B-More.
Call him B more?
Yeah.
Hey, yo, I probably know. What? Listen, what you say? You about like 29, 30?
Yeah, I'm 30. Yo, these
Oh,
cookies right here. Yo, Khadijah, I don't know if you know about these, but these cookies right here, fire.
she
I'm down.
said. She said she don't care much. She said she want the kids, bro. You bluffing? Khadijah,
I'm
he
down.
not ready for. He not trying to settle down. He's single, ready to mingle and pop like a Pringle. Khadijah, he said.
Yo, you was talking crazy though, talking about you stopped cheating. Nah, you wildin', bro. Black men don't cheat.
Nah, yeah, you right. Man,
Black
oh
men
man,
don't cheat, you heard?
man, oh man. I got egg on my face. Nah. What's so crazy about it is like, yeah, like dudes could be like, you cheat. Dudes nowadays, even they wanted to, they can't cheat. Women have so many access to options. The role is script. The
Yo,
role is
yo, that's not true though, bro.
how you figure.
Women don't really have options. What they really have is they have a bunch of dudes
Mm-hmm.
pandering because they want to smash.
So
That's not really. That's
orbiters,
not. Huh?
orbiters.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
So they're not really trying to be their boyfriend or marry them or invest in them in a certain way. They just really want to smash. So that's not really an option. That's just somebody who wants the goods. An option is somebody who, if you, because think about it,
mm-hmm.
valuable women, in a sense, they would have more options because the smart men, they realize there's not a lot of good women out here. It's just like the smart women, they realize it's not a lot of good men out here. So when they run into certain men, they be like, like a lot of times people be like, oh, you 30, you ain't got no kids. You this, you that. Oh, you smart, you could teach me. Like, their eyes be going crazy, but I'll be like, sometimes they just not the person I'm looking for. Or, so, and the same thing happens with women. Sometimes women, the guys that be trying to talk to them don't be the guys they be looking for. So I think that's kind of like a lot of the things that be going on in society today.
I, I,
Uh,
I, I agree. I'm here to bite you back, bro. To tell you what's so crazy, like women, they do have options because. So you're right. They probably don't have their preference. It might not
bro,
be
bro,
six
listen,
nigga
the
they
same.
want, but they got the option.
It's not an option, bro. It's a lot of guys in the DMs. Look, this is
All
the
right,
delusion. It's a lot of dudes in the DM who are trying to smash.
correct.
That's not options.
What is that? What does that mean to you?
That's not options. Options will be guys who are trying to change your life. Options is if all right, if guys was hitting you up all the time,
That's shady.
listen, listen, if guys was hitting you up and all these guys that were hitting you up, let me give you a scenario. Out of 100 dudes, it might be two dudes who might really want something serious with you.
That's worth it.
That's not options. If you got 90, look, let's just say 50. If out of 50 dudes, only one dude or two dudes is really serious, and the other 48 just want to smash, that's not options. But a lot of women think because they got a lot of these dudes in their DMs, they think, oh, I got mad options. Till they get to 30, 35, and you and your mad options, you still ain't married. you still ain't got no kids, or even if you do got kids, they usually leave. These dudes usually, hit it and quit it and dip. So then you start to realize, like, damn, I really didn't have no options.
But listen,
And
so what's crazy, we agree on the same thing. I think we're using two different words. I'm saying preference, you saying options. They still a part of the pool. It's not what she prefers. So like,
no, bro, they not. If a dude
she
just
hold on, she could have 50 big fat slushy niggas, fat
bro,
greasy 4'11" dudes, right? But that 166 dude with a 6-pack abs that makes 6 figures, that is her preference. But you didn't
bro,
other guys.
you know why it's not options? If most women, listen, you know why it's not options? If
Why?
most of these women told men, I'm not having sex until I'm married,
Right.
a lot of them dudes will go poof.
I agree.
So you don't have no options. You don't have no option. You got some options. So I guarantee you, if a lot of those men's in their DMs or that was trying to talk to them realize she's
Right.
not having sex with you
Right.
until she's married, a lot of those dudes will disappear overnight. And that's when you're really gonna see who really want to be there
Mm-hmm.
and who really just trying to hit. I'm telling you from experience. I had a girl tell me that before, back in the day. She told
Right.
me like, yo, I'm not, she already had sex. If she was a virgin, I would have been cool. But she already had sex. She, you know what I'm saying? Then she decided like, you know what? I kind of don't want to. And I was like, all right, that's cool. It's just not cool for
And
me.
you
You know what I'm
slid.
saying? Yeah, it's not cool for me. So
So you was there for recreational use.
I was there I wasn't even, I didn't even,
For
I was
recreation, bro.
No. I was just vibing. But she
Right.
mentioned that.
That's
She
real.
mentioned that, yo, these cookies right here,
I don't want them.
banging.
They
This is
good.
date. This is the date cookies.
Uh,
Um,
Listen, Vic eating good. I'm tell y'all this. Listen to the real facts. He was there for recreational use. Yeah, tooted and booted. He was trying to have fun.
no, the point I was just trying to say, man, look, when a woman tell you straight up from the beginning, you're gonna realize what guys is really gonna be there for the long run and who just about to step off. You feel me?
So most guys when they sign to their DMs, they want to have relations with the woman, right? And most women that take those guys, they usually want to have relations with the man. Let's just say that like her and the guy are they're dating or casually dating for 6 months. But so I'm gonna say this. According to the statistics,
I got this cookies, by the way, on 96th Street at the mosque. I didn't get them in Astoria, but I do be in Astoria too. Yeah, go ahead, bro.
but I'm saying it's like 80% of women that date men, they divorce or they leave the relationship because why? Like you just said, that they are not their preference. They might act like it. They'll fake it till they'll make it, but eventually your true colors are going to show. So with that being said, majority of the guys in your DMs, they only want you for superficial reasons. They can't keep it tall superficially and epidermally underneath. They only there on the outer layer, not the inner layer. So that goes to say this. Most women, they only deal with guys who can take them as they are. Would you agree or disagree?
Repeat the question.
I'm saying this. I'm saying like majority of guys that talk to women nowadays, they only want them superficially.
Yeah, like think about this, right? Like this sister just said, Khadija.
Yeah,
Yo, if a dudes, people start talking to each other, and they automatically start talking sexually. It's like,
that's crazy.
what foundation you think you're building? Look, dudes be sending unsolicited nudes, following, being creepy, but also a lot of women are at fault for that because the pictures that they take is
Working.
pictures of their butt. They be like this, the 3/4 turn. Like, what are you showing me? If most of your pictures, you're showing skin. Most of
Right.
your pictures is showing the back of your head. I don't want to see the back of your head. You know what I'm saying? They're like this. They taking pictures like this. Like, what are you showing me? So when these dudes jump in their DM and they're talking sexually, it's because you're showing them something. And then again, the delusion of our sisters. They think
So, Vic, is it conducive for a black man to get married nowadays, bro? And you in that space, let me know. Come on, Howie, let me know. I'm a simp. Let me know. I'm a simp, bro. Let me know.
I think that this is my motto for the men. I think the climate that we are living in, and I just had a room about this yesterday, talking about modern day men who want to share their responsibilities with their women. I don't blame them, because of the climate that we are living in. And I think a lot of times men feel some type of way when the women divorce them, or when situations don't work, or when they leave, because they spend most of their money.
Right. They take it personally.
So a lot of men feel some type of way because it's like, yo, you just took a lot of my resources.
Right.
I spent a lot of my money on you, and trying to build this, and now you just get to leave.
That's crazy.
So I think to alleviate that, men should be going at some type of ratio with their partner. I don't care whether it's 50-50, 60-40, 70-30, but I think that will alleviate some of those feelings that men feel when the woman just decides to leave. And I think it's fair. And I think also when a woman contributes her money into the relationship, she's not going to be so quick to leave.
So hold on. So she should invest too in the relationship.
Facts. I think when a woman puts in a lot of bread, she's gonna be thinking about that money she invested. A lot of times, all these chicks be thinking about is time. Damn, I spent 5 years here, and they ain't really spend no bread. They just all they did was give you cootie cat, and some time, and then 5 years later they leave, and they be like, damn, that was 5 years. Oh well, but they ain't spend no bread. Like, they're not really feeling it. But the guy is like, damn, he probably spent like $50,000 on you in them 5 years.
I've been watching you for years, my nigga. Listen, we conflict. At the end of the day, you know where home is.
No, we ain't conflicting. You just be trying to.
I'm devil's advocate. I ain't gonna lie. But nah, real rap though, like, yeah. We got the same out views. Because that's a fact. Yeah, you're right.
Look,
so,
like Naima said, right? Options to smash and options for marriage are two different things. And that's a fact. And a lot of women can't tell the difference. That's why I made the video trying to give the sisters game about it's so easy to manipulate women. That's why a lot of dudes be telling them sweet nothings and getting in their drawers. I be trying to give this.
Yeah, as a fact. So, like, what I noticed is, like, so I dealt with enough women to know what I want and know what I don't want. So what I will say is this: majority of positive outcomes I got were the women I said, hey, yo, what's up? Hey, while you out, you mind grabbing me a soda or a drink? Or damn, like, I'm hungry and eat all day. Since I already paid for the last date, you mind grabbing me like something little, here I come. And she grabbed what I wanted because she feels like she invested something into the dynamic. So now if I be like, well, you know what? Like, Helena treating me better than Omema. Let me walk away. No, Helena, what? You feel me?
Yeah, bro.
Come
You know
on,
what I'm saying? Like,
bro.
Yeah, man. Like, a lot of dudes just want to waste 6 times. Like, and a lot of these chicks, right? A lot of these chicks, like, a lot of them are in desperate mode. Like, especially if they have kids and they dealt with a lot of no good dudes. A lot of them desperation start to kick in, and then they want to force relationships. They want to force situations. They want to, and a lot of sisters are gonna go through that. Especially a lot of our successful women, because they're gonna realize that they was the issue in their mindset at a later age, and some of them gonna start calling it settling down. When necessarily it's not really settling down. You just realize you couldn't get who you thought you was gonna get. You know what I'm saying? And when you realize you can't get, or you're not gonna get who you thought you was gonna get, because it's only 5% of men, right? When you realize that those are the men you've been thinking you was gonna get, or you entitled to, then you're gonna be like, you know what? Let me be a little more realistic and get one of these good brothers that make a little less money than me. And then you want to call it settling down, but it's not really settling down. And a lot of times, them brothers at that point, when you're 35 or 40, they might be like, I'm good. I'm gonna go get the younger chick who got the young uterus, You know what I'm saying?
That
Who
the young youth.
gonna have the less complications to have kids, and who I can mold. Because a chick that's 40 years old, it's hard to change her mindset. It's hard to teach an old dog new tricks. So yeah,
Nigga, you red pilling shit. Stop.
yo, I'm
You
just
gonna scare everybody off. Like, stop.
yo, I be trying to get these sisters game because I care. I don't want them to. I don't want them to die alone because
Word,
I know they can't stand that. And
word.
I said this before. A man is more comfortable dying alone than a woman is.
Yeah, dying alone and a woman is so. So let me ask you this. So like, where you at right now? Like, you in that pinnacle of age where it's like, okay, you can have the woman that you want, or you can keep fucking the prettiest chicks you want. Where you at right now, personally? Like, where you at?
I'm chilling, man. I'm just trying to be a good Muslim brother,
Oh man,
and
oh man. That's
I'm just
that sounds scripted. That sounds scripted, bro.
yeah.
Come
Yo,
on.
listen, man. Look. This what I
I
got in the
don't like
lab.
the script this shit. Like, that's
Yo,
crazy.
this what I got in the lab right now. Look,
Yeah.
I got the Islamic books, the Ahadith books right here with the
I know
Arabic, with the
but
with,
damn, nigga.
yo, listen, man. I'm right here, man. Look, this where I'm at, man. I'm chilling, man. I got the books. I gotta do my law number 8 of the 48 laws of power. I got all my stuff here, man. I got my notebook with my notes. I be getting to work, man. Look, man. I be over here working, man. Look, who invented white people? Like I really be in the lab, man. I be cooking up, man. You know what I'm saying? Politics of the hoodie, how they discriminate against the uses of the hoodie. Like look, I got a lot of stuff. I got a thing I got to do on stop and frisk. I ain't gonna front, bro.
You busy. You busy. You busy.
Yeah, I got my little book of solutions. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
My little notebook, Vic Slain Hope. You know, got the little solutions to a lot of our problems. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? In the community. I be cooking up, man, but people don't want to hear this. So you know what I gotta do? I realize I'm just trying to build my tribe, bro. And that's what it is about. I'm gonna build my tribe. Don't be surprised if I have a little cult a few years from now, man. You know what I'm saying? If I got the slang hopers. You know what I'm saying?
Hey yo, hey, listen. Whatever the case is, like, this is why I fuck with you, because you transparent and like. Let me tell you why I really identify with you. Because I'm not gonna lie, I don't care how many people in this
Yo,
chat.
this brother talking crazy. He said you gotta put the whole thing in your mouth. Whoa. Nah, let me stop. He said the cookie be melting in my mouth. He was crazy.
That's that boogie nigga you said had tried to put the news on. That's that one little fag. Pardon me,
Nah,
I don't want to get
chill.
monetized. But listen,
Chill.
you said something along the lines of like, allegedly, you said
That's crazy. Married man be trying to cheat them. Married man be cheating the most, yo. That's crazy. She said
but
a married man was pursuing her.
allegedly like a dude tried to play with you and you had to hit him up. You shot something or whatever the case is. But then when you didn't like harp on it and when you didn't perpetuate the negativity, I was like, I did things like that, not to that extremity, but like I did things I'm not proud of. But like when I can flip the script and teach people what I did wrong in a positive and benevolent manner, I'm like, this is somebody I can identify with. That's the only reason why I watch your channel, bro. I swear to God. That's the only reason why I watch your channel. Now I don't know,
That's what's up,
funky.
man. Shout outs to you, man. Shout out to Shane, man.
Hey, yo, where at? That's the only reason why I watch your channel.
Get the girls your Instagram, man. What's your Instagram, man? What's your Instagram?
It's _ Ricky RICKY. So it's _ Ricky RICKY _ Fontaine FONTAINE _ I'm follow. I'm gonna DM you, my nigga. I got you. Anyways,
Yo, I think you could type it in. I don't know. I think you could type it in the thing. But
well,
anyway, y'all heard Ricky
okay.
Ricky
The
_ Fontaine or _ Ricky Fontaine _
one I'm about to type right now is about to be it right here. Hold on.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, I be trying to chill though, bro. I really do. I was really just trying to be focused on my grind. I'm just trying to get myself together. Cause I'm 30, bro. Like at this point, I was talking to one of my brothers the other day, and he was just like, "Yo, bro, you 30 and you not married, bro. You been home for like 6 years, bro." He said you been home 5, 6 years.
Hey, yo,
He
bro,
said,
hold on. Just because he young don't make another nigga old. You feel me? Like your years are your strength. People don't understand that.
Yeah, but I think at the same time, in Islam, marriage is half of your deen. It's half of your
Okay.
religion. So you have to. Oh, you sent that in a private chat.
Oh, my nigga, it don't let me do nothing else but that.
All right, bro. All right, I got you. So
Yeah.
I'm
I,
a,
YouTube,
I,
listen, I'm gonna get my YouTube channel soon too. You gonna be on my shit asking me questions and shit.
damn, I gotta scroll all the way down just to type it.
Oh
Damn,
no.
the chat going crazy. Hold on, how do I type in the chat? See, I'm getting old, bro. I don't know what to do.
You ain't you classic, man. You vintage.
Yeah, it'd be crazy.
Vinny. You vintage.
Yeah, what's your IG? All right, so damn, I don't even know how to, I can't even put it. Why can't I type? This is crazy, yo.
That's what I had said. So listen, for everybody else, I appreciate y'all. It's underscore Ricky 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 underscore
My son
Fontaine.
Kenny here. What's good, Kenny?
They know what it is, man. Come on.
My son Kenny in the building. I see you in a minute. Young uterus, man. You know, I said that on Twitter the other day. You know what I'm saying? Shout outs. You know what I said? I said young uteruses matter. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, man, a lot of these chicks are gonna be sick, man. It's sad. Yeah, I didn't hear about the married woman killed in Queens. That's crazy. That's crazy. Mostly married men. I think you just got to be around. I think you work a lot, so sometimes it's about putting yourself in the you got to be in the right places. And I think I realized that too, right? Damn, I don't know what happened. His phone probably died. You got to be in the right places. Um, Black paint. Molestation within the family is prevalent too. Yeah, molestation within the family is crazy. Most of the time, somebody who do something sexually to you is most of the time, 9 times out of 10, somebody within your family. That's also like statistically proven, right? Uh, um, yeah, so it's crazy. I've been there inevitably. Yeah, even if you covered, I mean, it's less. I think it's less of a yo. Since when
Yo,
your name
yo.
since, since when your name Sugar Shane, man? You changing your name and stuff, man?
I'm a class. Listen, man, I gotta switch my pseudonyms up. I'm an
Yo,
author. You feel me?
but this is true. Black Paint. He said 90% of these pictures for these girls we taking be booty. So I think like yeah, like Khadija said, even if you're covered, you know people still might approach you. But I think it's less. I think when people can see less, it's less of a mental thing. It's just like inevitably when a man sees a girl, for example, I don't care what nobody tells me. If I see a girl with a tongue ring, I'm already thinking she nasty. You know what I'm saying? I'm automatically thinking you nasty, and not saying nasty in the good way. I'm thinking like ill, like I don't even want to be involved with you.
That's a
You know what I'm
fact.
saying? Like when I think of a tongue ring, because the tongue ring never really fully heals. So I just think about germs. I just think about if you getting nasty with other people, you even though you probably brush your teeth and brush your tongue and all of that, I'm just
Being
thinking,
provocative.
yeah, I'm just thinking like you know, you was messing with somebody, you know, you probably got some of their germs still in there. I don't want no parts of that. You
So,
know what I'm saying? That
Ayo, Vic. So like when did you graduate high school? What year?
I ain't graduated high school, man. I graduated from the streets.
So I get it. You a college boy. So let me ask you this. So let me ask you this. So like, what year did you go into high school?
I went to high school 2006.
So you would have been graduated like 2010,
So
right?
2010, I was supposed to graduate, but I got locked up. I got locked up 2000. I got locked up my senior year. I wasn't gonna graduate anyway. I was on my way to go get a GED
Let's
somewhere.
call it 10, 11. Like niggas was tatted. Like dudes was tatted 2010, 2011 in your grade, right?
Some people, not a lot. It was still a little different. Like you know, the G1 was the phone. Like the Psychic, I had a Psychic. BlackBerry had just really came out.
Right.
There was still a lot of AIM. People was on AIM. You know, MySpace. So social media wasn't even that crazy. Like certain things wasn't really that prevalent. Um,
So I'm not trying to suck New York, but like New York had a trickle effect to like Baltimore, I'm gonna say Jersey, Philly. Like we kind of got some like style sense off of y'all. in the social dynamic off of y'all. So like 10, 11, 12, nigga, y'all could have had shit on the fucking floor. We was following y'all. Like that's what Baltimore was. That's what Philly and Jersey was to me, at least. So I think that's what that was as far as like, all right, cool. That's what the fashion was like, the tattoos was like. So when you tell him that, yeah, most people not doing what they was doing, they doing it.
Yo, I like it. I think social media changed styles, right? What they
Yeah.
did was at one point you used to be able to travel. If you go to Chicago, they look different. If you go to Baltimore, they look different. If you went to Detroit, they look different. If you went to Cali, now because social media is a global thing, you could go to Africa and people are dressed like people in America. You could go to many different places and people are listening to the same music, are dressing like us, right? They're doing certain things. So in the country, when I traveled, when I came home, I noticed that. I went to Detroit and people had them little purses, the man purses, right? You know,
Yeah,
them weird things. You
yeah,
know
it
what
was
I'm saying?
different. It's
You
different.
know, so I see that everywhere. I feel like I'm like, damn, I thought that was just a trend here, but like I see everybody with the big clown Balenciaga shoes. I see people
Yeah.
with the tight pants. I see men with the tight woman jeans on.
The Balenciaga
You know,
is 2011 with. That's crazy.
so I see certain things. I don't know if Khadijah, you asked me if I date around. I don't really. I try to court women because I want to get married. But a lot of times women don't last. Like they just. I usually see things that I don't like. And I usually leave. Most of the women I walked away from them because they got little issues that they
Hey,
gotta.
yo, Vic, you know Khadijah on a personal level?
Khadijah, nah.
Okay. I was curious.
Nah,
Yeah.
we just see. I'm just answering questions here. You know what I'm saying? It's not a
Okay.
question. It's not a Q&A, but people asking questions. I think
Okay.
she asking me. I don't know. But y'all appreciate it. Black paint. Um, cute book. Cute book is adorable. I don't know who she talks. She talking to me. Oh yeah, the book. Oh yeah, the little cute book. Yeah, my little notebook. It's my little solution book. I used to be the president of the Black Student Union in college, so I used to be writing my little sessions for like that I was gonna have conversations about. So yeah, man, I used to yo. But anyway, but what I was saying is that when I date, well, when I court women, I'm doing it in a sense to get married, getting to know them. And I think a lot of times the sisters, don't get me wrong, I definitely dropped the bag on like probably like one chick, maybe two.
Yeah.
Um, but one chick, she was nice, but she just didn't really believe in God.
So Vic,
Um,
so Vic, let me ask you this. So like, can you like rank, I guess your conformity level? So like, I guess religion here, looks here, cooperativeness here. So, like, what's your preference as far as dating? Like, what's number one for you?
number one is character, man. Is
And
number one is
without going into too much detail, like, what's your character? Like, what do you prefer in character?
number one is respect. Actually, I think that's the problem with a lot of black sisters that start making money.
Mm.
They don't seem to respect their man that make less money than them. And that's one of the things that's gonna always haunt them until they change that. You gotta give respect. Respect is you gotta give that.
So, man,
Without
this like when you go into a relationship, like I guess not even that. Like when you like, I say you want, do you do online dating?
is this it? Is this your thing?
Yeah, that's me. That's me. It's 100%. That's me.
That's him. That's him, y'all. If y'all want to add him,
Thank you, love, Ash. Appreciate you.
yeah. So what you said? If you want to what?
No. So I'm saying like for you personally, like when you go out on the first date, do you like I don't so like do you like quarter, I guess, money wise, or do you mention money? Like what do you bring up on the first date?
What you man? You trying to get on my juice, man? Trying to get
I'm
you
not even
trying
trying
to
to do that.
get
Listen, I'm tell you what's so crazy. I feel like me and you we clicking, but I want to click clack. You feel me? It's a different
yeah.
conversation.
He said I want to click. Nah, so I don't look at it like first date. Like I think you communicate. I don't be looking at it like, yeah, we gonna go out, we gonna go do this, we gonna like
Yeah.
I just be talking and oh snap, the cord comes all the way over here. So I could go back on my laptop. Oh snap.
Anyways, ladies, you gonna bump into a Vic. He gonna try to sell you a dream. Da da da. Don't do it. Just do what you
Nah,
gotta do.
nah, but look, on the real though, it's
So
about
I'm gonna tell you what I think. Like when I'm on my first date. So like if we go on a first date, I'm gonna take you on an experience, not necessarily a date. So like the average dude might take you out to, I don't know, get drinks to get some food. I'm gonna take you to mini golf,
you
right?
wilding, bro. You're doing the wrong things. You see, you're already starting off wrong.
Oh no, why am I starting from?
Bro, you starting off wrong, bro. You
No,
see, I gotta teach you about your pimping, man. Your pimping ain't pimping right now.
my hand up here.
Nah.
Yours on the space down here.
Yo, you
We
you
two different
wilding, bro.
capacities, bro. Like my shit.
No, look, bro. Look, you're doing too
Yeah.
much for a first date. You
That's too
first,
much. That's too much.
yes, bro. You gotta go
You
drink.
crazy?
You gotta go drink tea. First of all, in Islam, when you court, it's supposed to be another person there. You
Yeah,
know,
okay.
so y'all don't talk about no crazy stuff,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
So when you court, you gotta, yeah, like it's not about, yeah, some you don't even know if this is the right chick. You don't even know she might turn you off. You know what I'm saying? Like she might be an airhead. Like you don't wanna you spent money,
Oh, spend money.
even though it might not
Spend
be
the
no
money, right?
crazy, even though it might not be no crazy. Look, at the end of the day, I believe in reward systems. I believe in
Hey, yo, bro, you said don't spend the money, right? What that say? Hold on. What this say?
okay, let's say MasterCard, no, Monster Coupe or something.
Mini golf. It's a monster mini golf. A buy one get one. BOGO. I ain't paying for that shit. It's buy one get one. You get in free for your experience. She follow. You feel me?
Okay, I feel you, bro.
Yeah, you never caught her on a financial stance, but you bring the experience out. That's all.